Yeah, would have liked to have done the sisters, but unfortunately, before I could even get over there for the right level, they were already taken.
Yeah. You gonna get another Golding?
Probably not ever. I think I've gotten one on blue and one over here, so those are, a little rare. I still have not seen any bracelets or the woven grass for sale, or even auctioned.
One for sale in Guck.
I saw one for
the
100.
messages dropped.
For 100?
150.
Oof.
That's what I saw too. 150.
I mean, I got a little bit of money, but I'm not willing to pay 150.
I don't even think I want to buy one. I got them crafted ones. That's good. I think for now.
I like the crafted ones too. That's the ones with health and mana, right?
Well, according to the wiki, the bracelets are the best in slot pre-planer.
Yeah.
That or the golden chitin bracers or chitin bracers, however you want to pronounce it.
Chitin?
Well, according to the internet, it's supposed to be chitin, but it just sounds wrong in my opinion.
If I get them to drop or cheap, I'll get them. But I ain't paying $150. Can't be that big a difference.
Let me see. What are the stats on those? So 3 intel, 12 hit points. It'd be a total of an extra 60 mana and a 22. 60 mana? Yeah, because it'd be 3 of them, or 2 of them. So that would be 6 intel, so that's 60 mana. Pre-200, of course.
These are 40. These are 40 mana. So it's only 20. It's 20 more, I guess.
You got 40 mana on something?
Those 2 bracers I have are 10 mana each.
That mob's level 35.
Those crafted one.
Yeah, so that would be 20, not 40.
Yeah. Are those really? Wait, you're saying that it's worth 10 mana. Every one int is worth 10 mana.
Yeah, before you get to 200. Same thing for wisdom. Past 200, it starts to go down a little bit. I think it's like 8 for 200 to 205 or 210, and then it starts diminishing a lot after that.
I think that's at max level, though. I think it's worth less at lower level. That's how stamina works, so I'm just assuming that's how intelligence works.
Let's see, I'll take off a piece of gear. And... oh, wait, I have no gear with stamina on it.
Yeah, no, I know stamina works that way. At 60, I get 4.8 health per point of stamina, but like at level 1, I don't even get 1 health per point.
I got a stamina 3. Let's see what happens here. Takes off 13. Takes off 13 hit points for 3 stamina.
What level are you?
26.
Oh, then you're getting full health for the stamina then.
4, 5, 6. 4, 6, 9. That's 13, right? I don't even know how to compute that. 3 into 13 is 4. Jesus Christ. 4.12369 pi or something.
0.3 repeating.
Yeah, but as you get closer to max level, that will go up to the point where you're getting 10 for each one. So at lower levels, maybe better off to have like 10 mana, but at higher levels, you definitely want that intel.
Yeah, I'll wait till it goes down.
But 12 hit points would be nice too, on top of it.
I think a little bit depends on your base too, right? Like if you're an Ixar, you definitely want the intelligence. If you're a gnome or a dark elf, maybe it's not as big of a deal.
I mean, you want hit points and intel for necromancer, as far as I've heard. That's pretty much it. You can go stamina too, I guess, but like pure hit points is what I always hear everybody say they want.
If you had to choose an item that had like intelligence and mana or health and mana, which one do you choose? I think I usually lean health. It's a tough call.
I mean, right now the best leggings for a necromancer pre-playing is the feathered leggings from Quillmane, and it's 7 stamina on it.
I don't think that's better than black chitin legging.
Well, they do have the black chitin leg, but that's only 10 hit points, 10 mana.
How much health are you getting off 7 stamina, though?
I mean, like you said, at max level, that would be, what, 70 hit points?
No, you don't get 10 health per stamina. Incasters get like 2 or 3 health per.
Oh, well, then that's not the same as the intel. The intel is going to give you 10 at some point.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Wait, feathered leggings would be that's in the slot for like a tank.
No, for a necromancer.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm curious how much health you actually get off of it. Like, let's say you get 15 health. Then I would rather have Black Chitin because you're getting 10 health and 10 mana. That seems like a better. If you're getting 30 health, then okay, then I agree on the feathered legging.
I'd have to wait until we get 1 max level, and 2 that we actually get the leggings to try them on.
I can wiki it and see how much health you get per stamina.
Also, it depends on your style of playing too. Like I get that most of the gear is like best in slot, but like I don't know.
Yes, it's a black and white.
Yeah, I mean like I don't know.
I'm on a boat.
At least you don't have to wait too long for it.
Have not seen anybody get any golden Afridi boots yet. Have you guys?
No. I saw them kill the priest and king though for the first time today.
Oh yeah. Anything good?
I didn't see the other item, or if any achievement for an item.
It's weird. I mean, the king, he drops that crappy shield, right? Am I thinking of the right one, or am I thinking of the other guy?
Yeah, the clay guardian shield or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that one
And,
pretty much always drops. If you're lucky, you get his rare, which
is the wrist, right? No.
No, his is the breastplate. I think the ruined mithril bracer comes off of the priest.
Yeah. His is the mithril breastplate.
What's that, the Sol B guy?
Yeah, Solby for the Royals.
Yeah, I like that BP.
That whole room is going to be really nice until it's overcamped and all 3 of them are a camp of their own.
Talking about the Mithril breastplate?
So like 15 agility on it or something like that, plus 17, 18 AC, so it's really, really nice.
It's 15. I was just looking at it. 15 agility, 30 HP, and then 17 AC.
Yeah, it looks like plate, and Rangers can wear it. I like that one.
Yep, Rangers can't wear it. But it says it drops from Cobalt Priest.
Cobalt Priest?
That's what it says.
Maybe we got them mixed up then. Then we the ruined breath.
Nagafin's Lair or whatever.
Yeah. Let me look at this. I can't believe we got it wrong.
Surprised no one's got the guano bag yet.
So the priest drops the mithril breastplate and the cauldron pauldrons.
Carnell.
Yeah, well,
Carnell.
yeah. 7 dexterity, 15 mana, which I had on my cleric for quite some time. It's
Usable?
what's that?
Those Shadow Knight usable?
I believe so. Let me check. Warrior, cleric, paladin, shadow knight, and bard. Yep.
Ooh.
There's no drops, so at some point, probably a good month or so away, but at some point, you'll be able to walk in there at a low level and just loot them.
Yeah, for sure.
SHM's for Shaman, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like, wait, no, okay.
So the champion is the one we were thinking about. He drops the shield of the slain unicorn. That's a piece of junk. And the Painbringer, which is also a piece of junk.
That has a proc AoE for
Ward of Pain,
right? Yep.
Which one of the kobolds drops that staff that has like chaos flux on it or something, and it vendors for
Staff
9?
of Writhing. It's from the noble.
Oh, okay, noble. He's the one that spawns on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Chaotic feedback.
He does charm too, so if you're gonna try to take him on solo, be aware of it. Yeah, so it's King that drops the Rudimental Bracer and the Flesh Ripper, which is also a piece of junk.
What's the rune Mithril Bracer?
It's 5 Wisdom, 3 Strength, 4 AC, pretty much best in slot bracer for Wisdom users.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's a really nice bracer, actually.
Well, again, pre-planer. Once you get into the planes, you can get some pretty decent stuff.
Yeah, but that'll be a while, right? I mean,
It depends on who you are. I mean, there's people who are already close to being level 50. I'm sure they'll be in the planes before too long. If I remember correctly, you could possibly do hate with a group to 2 groups if you're super careful and incredibly lucky, but most likely you're going to fail and everybody's going to die. Or if you come in after it's already been cleared, like stick yourself off into a corner and just pull to there, have a cleric camped out in case things go bad.
yeah, there's no way a group could do fear, because as soon as you zone in, there's at least like 5 mobs on there.
Yeah, but if you could keep it clear, I mean, the people were doing that on Mangler, although Mangler's mechanics are vastly different from Classic. But with as many people that were there, basically we were just sitting in there and keeping it down.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be more difficult on this because everyone's gear is going to be trash.
Hello.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need even this for Freeport. I'm a human.
Ask AC about that.
No, that was in Butcher Block, remember?
It's in all the zones, actually.
It's true. Necros are hated everywhere.
For what?
No,
Freeport?
Oh, yeah, they don't like me anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never really liked me all that much to begin with, and then I started killing bards, and I killed one of their, or I helped kill one of their guards as well.
I'm trying to get on their good side. I'm like amiable with all the Freeport people. I turned in like so many Death Fist belts.
You ruined your Dark Elf faction though, going to Crush Bone.
Ah, shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a problem?
Could be, depending on what you want to do. You might be able to make it back doing the Red Wine Quest. Some of it, anyways. I think you never really fully recover with the Warrior Guild.
What's the bonus of getting my Dark Elf faction then? What do I need from there?
You can vendor.
Oh, that's it?
It's an easy quest, too. Red Wine is super cheap. I think for like 40, 50 flat, you can get your faction up to like close to ally.
Yeah, but you can't be KOS to do it. Otherwise, how are you going to turn them in?
With the Dark Elf Mask?
Yeah, but if you killed your faction, I don't think the race change will fix that. If you killed,
Maybe. I've heard that thing puts you at neutral.
oh, all right,
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome then. That's good.
I don't know that it would change. Like my deity is too Nair, so I don't think that would fix for me.
know. It's worth a try. I mean, all you have to do is zone in, put the mask on, and con something.
I mean, I have sneak though, so you can always sneak behind the guy to turn it in. So that doesn't really matter for me. Just curious.
You know, being a paladin, you think you'd be liked a little bit more around places.
What do you mean?
Oh, the guards doubtlessly to me.
In what city? Freeport?
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're all corrupt.
No, that's true. Oh, he was indifferent.
They know you're like muscularly goody two shoes. Oh my god, my mouth is just horrible tonight. Nothing's coming out right. Yes, you're a miss now instead of a mister. I assumed you're ginger.
It's okay.
Are you still over in Miss Mornottle?
Yep. Killing and chilling. It's kind of boring, actually.
Because it's so easy?
It's mindless. Attack with pet, nuke, sit down. Rinse, repeat.
What level are the bandit caps over in Karanas?
There's a couple different ones. West Karanas go from like level 6 to, say, level 12 is probably when you'll start getting very little experience off of them. And then North Karanas you can go to. There's another bandit camp over there. I've heard it's a little higher, so you might be able to go to like 14.
But the slashes are where they're at, right? The
Sashes will give you experience, but it's nowhere near as good as the teeth.
No, I was talking about the money, though.
Yes, the money's really, really good.
Yeah.
And the bandits still drop bronze themselves. So, I mean, if you're killing it over there by yourself, you'll probably get a backpack, maybe a backpack and a half of bronze before you go back with 2 or 3 backpacks full of sashes. Make a few hundred plat. It's not the best money in the game. Obviously, if you can kill giants, you're going to make money faster. If you can kill treants, you're going to make money faster. Guards, you'll probably make money faster. Or if you can get into a camp and get yourself a Ghoulbane.
You mean like high keep guards?
Pretty much any guards. High keep guards. What'd you say those were? Not only they were like 2-3 plat apiece?
No, like closer to 6.
Oh, really?
5 something. And I don't have good charisma, so you'd probably get 6 if you had good charisma.
But they just keep going up in price, how much you actually get off of the guards based off of their levels. So if you go to the halfling guards, I hear you get about 10 plat off of those.
I know my buddy, on his Necro, he was killing the high elves guards over there, and he was making like...
Those were really good money.
Yeah, he was making crazy amounts of money. I made a level 1 tune, so when he got full, I would just log in, go over there, grab the stuff, sell it. I'd keep like 20 plat, and then he would, I'd log off, and then when he was ready, I'd do it again.
Pay Neil is supposed to be really, really good money, too.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, that Peniel, fucking undead guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you don't lose faction when you kill them, so it's like a safe area. They're only like level 25.
Sure,
You could drop a bronze and a shield.
Dark Elf guards are pretty good if you can get into like the second quarter, so you have a little place to kind of zone to if you need to. Right there next to the waterfall where the Priest of Discord is. I'll see people killing there all the time.
Never heard of people killing gnome guards, though.
Gnomes are the ridiculous master super duper like uber god race. Apparently they are insane. At level 60 we took our main tunes over there to try to kill some gnome guards. Died a couple times trying to do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
We had
they're
a
that tough.
Topher shaman, and we had to zone.
Torpor shaman, level 60 cleric. Were you playing your bard or your warrior? I can't remember, but everybody was like 60.
Shadow Knight, maybe, I can't remember though.
Fully decked out in Velius gear and still whooped our butts.
Necro.
What faction is the high keep guard faction. If I start killing those for class.
High keep, I think, right?
They're also
Freeport?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I don't think
They
it's...
are Freeport, but West Freeport, not the bank side.
Oh, fuck. I don't mind being hated, I guess. Well, actually, I don't know.
It's a pain in the butt, man. I don't like being KOS to West Freeport. Some people don't care, but I hate it because you're in the commons. You need to go around that area. It really stings.
You always fix it later.
Yeah, I mean, if I can avoid
Yeah.
high keep guards, I do. That's a good crafting city too. I never realized until I came here.
Freeport?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very convenient. The layout's really good.
Well, I don't craft. I figure I could just maybe kill high keep guards for like a lot of levels and make a lot of money because there's a bank right there too.
And
So,
vendors.
Yeah.
Only problem is there's only so many of them to go around, and everybody has the exact same idea.
Yeah.
So Nana was able to get the camp for a little while unmolested, and then later down the road, just tons of people kind of came in and took it from him.
Yeah, there's no fun.
Well, there's only 13 people in high keep right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it's not a guarantee. Like, you can be over there killing for a while and think you got the camp, and then somebody else just walks in and takes it.
It's all free for all, so like
Yeah.
if you're like, I'm killing all the guards on floor 1, someone's just gonna laugh at you and be like, not anymore.
Yeah. I guess it depends on your damage. Or does it depend on FTE on the server?
No,
Yeah,
same.
like-
if you get FTE, they won't touch it. Like if you get the first floor, they won't touch it. But
Some people
if
won't.
they can kill 3 to your 1, you know, that's all you can get. Because like at my level, I could kill only the even cons, and every once in a while a yellow if I was lucky. I tried to leave the red ones up, you know what I mean?
What level are the first guards there?
If you know anything about high keep, if you go into the courtyard and up the steps, and as soon as you go into that next part, there's 2 guards. The one that, like, when you walk up and you turn around and he's standing right there, that is the lowest one on the first floor, Bale. And I think he's like 24, maybe 23.
Yeah, be careful though. There's a high elf that will kill people too.
Yeah, that high elf C Invis is too. C Invis. And then if you skip the Justin Rhymes room where you can sell, and you take the next left, and then the next right before you go up to the second floor, there's another 24 right there. 23, 24 right there. So I killed them 2, and then I'd kill the one right outside the Justin Rhymes room. I'd kill those 3. Those were easy. And then there was one more that was like yellow, which was kind of hard. But I was getting all 4 of them. And I did like 5 rounds of it, and then people just showed up.
What class level were you when you were doing that?
This Necro, 24. Since I got my 24 pet.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Necros are master solo warriors, so I don't know if I'd be able to do that as an SK.
My shaman was easier. I'm gonna be honest to solo there because I could root, and I
And
could
slow.
either melee or root rod. Yeah, and slow. It's easier on a shaman, I think. To be honest.
Yeah, for SK I probably have to be like a little bit higher.
What level does spirits get fined?
12? I believe.
Necros?
8?
No, I think it's 14.
14? Okay.
Well, there's a 20 necro here. Let's see if they'll bind me.
Yeah, for the Shadow Knight trying to solo, I remember doing the guards in South Coronas, right there at the bridge.
Yeah, what level are those, dude?
They're actually level 30. I conned them the other day. They're even.
Nice.
Oh, okay, and they dropped
see.
Fine Steel.
I don't remember what they dropped. I think it was like a helmet or something else. They're not the most expensive guards that you can kill to earn money. But there's 2 of them on the South Corona side. And there's another 3 or 4 if you can split the camp on the other side. So depending on how fast you can kill, it's the number of mobs there for you.
Gotcha.
If you're looking for something this solo, it gives you a little space to fear kite and everything else. Or if you don't care about Bard faction, there is a level 22 Bard in North Piranhas that you can kill right there at the Wizard Spires. And she drops anything from a few gold to most of the time a plat and a half.
It's not bad.
And there's a rare spawn that can pop in her place, but it's super rare. I killed her from level 20 to about 26, 27, nonstop, and didn't see the rare ones.
Damn, that must be really rare. Does anybody need any words of whatever
Yes,
before I send her every single one?
all words.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. If you got the space, if not, you can go ahead and sell them, but...
No, I'll hold on to them.
Haunting are the ones we're looking for the most right now. Words of Haunting. You see those for sale, let us know. I mean, we're not willing to pay 200-300 plat for any of them or anything like that, but we'll buy them for a reasonable price.
What's the deal with Haunting?
It's for our pet spell, level 29 and level 34.
Ah, okay. Like, that's the rarest one. What about materials, spoken, spirits, enlightenment? That's it. Oh, nothing. Kazakh Fool.
Oh, yeah.
Archer, what are you doing?
Secret.
Oh, okay.
I probably just made that lady's day.
What'd you do?
Tipped her 3 plat for a bind. She's like, oh, very generous of you. I was like, go get those spells.
Paid 25 plat for a port from Miss Moore to North Piranhas the other night. And she was ecstatic to get that. I'm like, dude, you saved me like an hour and a half run.
Right?
And a boat ride. So
Yeah.
25 plat, this is what, 3 or 4 fine steel weapons? I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Well, like I said, the higher level you get, the easier the money comes in, which is why I'm waiting for prices to just skyrocket on things, but it actually seems like they're going lower, which is strange.
Well, people don't have the money yet because most of the people on the server are so new they don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people are scrubby as hell because I sold a blackened wand. You know that blackened wand that drops off the priest Amiaz and the Fallen?
Mm-hmm.
Someone bought it. He's like, I'll give you 60 plat. And I was like, sure. I have no idea. And then I saw like a next auction of someone selling it for like 2 plat. And I was like, oh my god.
Guess it's worth whatever you are willing to put into it if it's going to be that valuable to you.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything I've looted so far is sold. Like people are willing to buy pretty much anything that drops. Looking for a seller or a buyer for the water crystal staff now, though.
Can you link that staff?
In guild?
Until I'm not in the guild.
Send me a tell. Yeah, unfortunately it's caster bard only, but be a nice bard twink weapon. Procs at level 5.
Looks good.
I mean, it has an interesting look to it. Not just like a regular staff, but it actually has like a little gem on the front of it, or the tip.
Just a tip.
Just the tip.
You said you're gonna be fallen by yourself, or are you in a group?
Who?
Archer.
No, I couldn't get a group. I was there forever.
Yeah. Are you just solo killing there?
No, I moved to a money camp.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, bag of soon evil eye, 400 plat.
Nah, don't even bother, dude. Those are gonna be free at some point.
Damn.
Someone's already got the Leatherfoot Rider's skull cap for sale.
I could get the Reaper of. Is the Reaper of the Dead worth anything? That's complete heal, 2-hand sword.
Will be once people start raiding.
But right now, it's not really worth much.
I'm sure somebody would still buy it if they had the cash, but it'd definitely be worth more if you hold on to it for maybe another month. I expect maybe, what do you guys think, a week and a half until a dragon's taken down? We just had 2 people hit level 50 today. I'm sure they're not the only ones that are close.
But with the gear, you think, how many people do you think it would take?
You do it with people who are familiar with the fight, don't make any mistakes, and with the perfect classes, I think you might be able to do it with 2 groups, possibly 2.5.
What dragon?
Nagy to start with, for
Nagy.
sure. Fox is going to take more.
Damn, that'd be insane.
I've heard some techniques that people use, like over on Mangler, you were able to pull it to the stairway where the giants were at, and the pets were able to tank it on the other side while you healed the pets through the wall without getting any of the area effects, things of that sort. So yeah, I mean, if you use some kind of like strange technique with small amount of people and blasted it down as fast as humanly possible, maybe. It'd be tough. It'd be tough, but, you know, it's doable.
Right. I'll be back.
Phil says, can do it basically naked, which is good since most people won't have the greatest gear in the world when they get to that point.
Being in real life?
Well, I hope you're naked when you're playing Everquest. It just seems unnatural to do it any other way.
Agreed.
Have a 49 druid slowly leveling as well.
Oh my god. Ogre Butcher Gloves, plus 25 disease, plus 25 poison. Never seen those before.
There's a lot of items I'd never seen before that are in the game right now. Kind of wondering whether they're in the game later and people just don't bother going and getting them, or if they've actually been taken out.
I'm not a troll or an ogre though.
I mean, the AC on them sucks, but for resist gear?
That's really good resist gear though. Like, if you have a Thex dagger and that's already 70.
Yeah, that'd be 75.
Yeah.
For that one very specific dragon. Other than that, I probably would never use it.
Right.
What a question to even ask, right? I mean, it just kind of goes hand in hand. Or other things in hands as you play.
What?
You know, like to see people naked.
Yeah. It happens.
Have you seen anybody running around in a fancy robe yet?
No.
I've been looking. I waited over in the comments for a little bit, see if anybody was showing off any of these robes I keep hearing about, but nothing
Guy
yet.
has a flowing black robe on.
Does he? Where's he at?
Right
That
at
dude.
Common Line
That
Tunnel.
dude that streams has Nagina's robe.
I've heard a couple people have it, but still have yet to run into him.
His name is Ciro.
What level you think we can do Najina? She's 35-ish, and she has 2 extra mobs or 3 extra mobs in the room.
Like,
Right now.
You think we could do it
Full group.
at level 30?
Full group, totally.
That'd be tough, dude. Break in that area?
What's your pally's name in crew 2?
man, this dude's stacked. He's got a Peggy cloak. His flowing black robe. Shimmering orb offhand.
What guild is he in? Kingdom? Castle?
Bloomin' onions.
Wow. Bloomin's friggin' bloomin'.
He's only level 29.
It's connected. Gets friends in high places.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 29's pretty low to be able to get yourself a Peggy cloak already.
Yeah.
So it's against the rules to trade items from blue so that you can get an item on green. Has anybody made a forum post to trade items for green for items on teal? Since they are technically going to be the same server down the road.
Good idea.
Sounds cheaty, dude. Are you trying to cheat?
I'm not trying to
Every
cheat.
time?
I'm just asking the question. Not that I'm trading anything, but maybe the guy you're talking about has like a level 50 over on teal. This is his backup character.
I don't know. It sounds too easy for somebody to like trade stuff from blue to green to teal, not care what happens to their blue account, and somehow it get through.
Well, no, because I think if you do something like that, you lose both accounts, don't you? Not just the blue one, but you also lose the teal or the green. But I'm saying if you're trading stuff from green to teal, since we're technically the same server.
What if you had a separate account for your, like a blue account, and then you had like a teal account, and you found a guy that has 2 green accounts? You could trade all your stuff from blue to green to that guy, and then that guy could trade all his stuff from his other green account to your teal account,
Nah, because
and no one would ever be the wiser.
No, they trace that kind of thing, or they're supposed to be able to trace it if they, are so inclined.
Yeah, they can trace things for IP or whatever, so, if they really wanted to. Now, if you have 2 different IPs, like your home internet, and I think Cypher plays on his phone or something like or some kind of walker or whatever.
Well, if you got a VPN or any other those other ones out there where you can change your IP, then yeah, maybe.
I don't know what people have, but it just feels like there's the opportunity for somebody to do something fishy.
I mean, there's always the opportunity and people do it, but whether you're going to get away with it is another story.
I mean, there's people on blue that have 12 fungies, and who's to say, hey, do you play blue? I have a fungi for you on blue if you give me your Ghoulbane right now. You know what I mean? Like, who's to say it hasn't happened or or won't happen?
What I'm saying is that they catch it. If they catch it, you get penalized for it. But I don't think they're going to penalize people for trading things from green to teal.
Probably not. I don't know.
Shrieky.
All right, I'm back.
What did you get for food, Shriek?
You don't know.
I guess he's not back.
Or he's still eating.
I've been stuffing double stuffed Oreos into my face.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
The Thanksgiving kind? The pumpkin?
No.
No.
No. The only, if it's not regular, the only other one I like is the thin mint ones.
Those are too minty. I mean, you can't eat a whole bunch of those.
No, but I could eat 3 or 4 of them.
Dude, leveling this time around, a lot slower than I remember. Level 30. I know it's a hell level, the very first, hell level you kind of run into, but 35 was the one that I remember being rough. This one is taking forever to get through.
You need to do Soul A for 30, in my opinion.
I did Soul A Barroom at 26, 27, and it was like the crappiest experience I've seen in the game yet.
Dude, what are you talking about? It took you like 3 years to get to 60 on blue. I think you're doing great. Chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all right.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying in comparison to some of the other zones that I've been in, like I got 3 levels in one night in Upper Guck. Went to Soleil. I think I made about half a bubble of experience in the same amount of time.
You're in a hello right now, but you're in Soleil. Yeah, you weren't, right?
No, I wasn't.
What do people talk about? There's twice as amount of people on green as there is teal right now. 645 to 1263. I thought people said they were evened out.
They were this morning.
There's twice as many on green right now.
I logged in this morning and they were both around, I think it was like 250, 300. Which is really low. Like, I don't know. Server being under 300 pop kind of is discouraging.
It's not that surprising early in the morning.
Still, I mean, if there was only one server, it'd be 600, 650. Like, that seems a little bit more natural.
Yeah.
Have they mentioned how long it's going to last? Anybody find, like, a forum post where they talk about merging them together at some point?
No.
I was talking about that today. Like, when do you think they're going to do it?
I would do it at the first expansion. Payneal, Plane of Fear. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to have 2 different servers with 2 different planes of fear and 2 different planes of hate. Right now, it's going to be bad enough that you're going to have 2 sets of dragons, which is going to be throwing all sorts of things off when it comes to how expensive things are.
I don't mind the influx of items, but I do agree with you. That seems like a really good time, and I think that maybe the population will have died down enough where we could deal with what.
Well, I don't want the population to die down. It's just you have to suck it up and get used to the fact that there's only so many zones to go to. You will have to go off the beaten path. And when Payneal comes out, you have a few more options. You have Soul B, you have Lower Guck, you got the Hole, and you got Kedge Keep. Newbie zones, you're going to have a whole new area that you can go to.
I don't think those 4 zones that you named are enough for 2,500 level 50s.
No, that's why you have to go even further. You can have all those people who are soloing stuff at level 50, and there's stuff that you can do that. You can go to Split Paw and get to level 50 in there if you really want to go all the way down to the very bottom. Now, is it going to be as good experience as Soul B? No, but you could do it. What was that, Donald?
Nothing. Sorry, wrong button.
Yeah, there's pages that drop in Split Paw that you can turn in all the way. I've heard some people say they do it all the way to 60, but it's probably not the greatest experience past 50.
I've got no problem with like 1,800 people in Gunark. I think that was pretty close to what it was on Blue. But 2,500 people in Classic, it's not for me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they got to merge them together some point. So I guess we'll just wait and see when they do it.
I'm sure they'll do it when Kunar hits or something.
Yeah, I mean, if they do it in Kunark, you're still going to have some people who are unhappy. They do it in Veles, you'll still have people who are unhappy. So they'll just do it at some point.
They'll do it when they damn well feel like it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Though it's kind of funny if you guys watch Super Bits and Bob's video that I just saw come out today and read some of the comments down below. People, they don't pull any punches with the comments they leave about how they feel about the people who went to Teal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that guy got 50 when he first one when he went to Teal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there was one within like 15 minutes on our server that got 50.
Well, that isn't really.
She saw it, bro.
He got to level 40 something before he even went to Teal, so it's not like Teal was like the reason he got to level 50.
That had nothing to do with it.
Not to mention, at his level, there's really no competition for any of the camps like he's trying to go to, so he could have done it easily here as well.
Yep.
He was boxing, bro. It was one guy playing two different counts.
Well, if they catch you doing it, man, you're gonna lose it all.
If you ain't first, you're last, dude.
Ricky Bobby.
They make you do the zigzag test. The GM summons you to the. You ever have that happen?
I've never had anybody else on my line before, so I've never had to go through it. But I heard they do other things too, where they'll have somebody like type something out while the other one jumps over hurdles and backwards and things of that sort.
They made me. Well, I wasn't doing it, but they thought I was doing it with somebody, and I had to count from 99 to 0, and the other guy had to count from backwards, and then the other had to count from like 0 to 100, and like it was just.
I'm really surprised we haven't been dinged with it, to be honest, since a lot of the time we'll join a group as like partial or almost the complete group. We won't say anything the entire time, and then we'll all leave and camp out without a word at the exact same time. Which to me, if I was just like somebody randomly joining that group, I'd be like, okay, these are a bunch of bots.
Damn, this guy has 70 left goblin ears. Holy shit.
70 of them?
Yeah, 70.
So he didn't turn any of them in while he was at that camp for like 3 days.
That's so funny.
That's a lot, right?
That is a lot, yes. You probably could get a couple levels out of that at least, if not more. If they're still offering the same amount of experience. I have yet to get into that group, so I have no idea. If
Are you still on the list?
Probably, from like a week ago.
You should just hit someone up there and be like, hey, am I still on the list?
I stopped looking after the first group of people that I contacted were there for 3 days straight, and the second group was there for at least 2 days. I mean, you know things are bad when you get on the list, play the entire day, and camp out, go to work, come back, try to reapply to the list, and the guy tells you that you're actually still on the list, and he didn't even know you camped out.
I wonder what place you were on the list. That's crazy.
Probably in the exact same placement I was before, because nobody had left that group, so the list had not moved up or got smaller. Yeah, those guys are definitely going hardcore, and when they get into that group, they don't want to leave it. It's good money. It drops, what is it, blocks or bricks? And I know they took one of them out of the game, so it's like 14, 15 plat that you'll get off of those. The ears, hopefully, if you're lucky, you might be able to get 30, 40 plat off each one of those.
Do those 50 plat bricks still drop in Soleil?
No, I think they took them out of the game, period. Now you have to make them with your trade skills.
Damn.
But still, 15 plat for a brick. If you're right there in high keep, you can just walk right up to the vendor and sell it so it doesn't weigh a lot on you. bank all your gold and plat right there at the banker. You have an unlimited supply of mobs coming in, regardless, or not mobs, but group mates, regardless of the time. Although I kind of like the solo aspect of the game. If I could find something, that I could actually solo. I tried the halfling guards the other night, and apparently I pulled one on the inside in the wrong area, right there to the entrance. Ended up getting like 4 or 5. I never actually got to see how many there were. They phased through the wall at me, and they got me down to about 2% when I zoned out.
My gosh.
Yeah, they wrecked my face. Thankfully, I survived that. And then on the outside, I was like, well, there's 2 right there next to the entrance in Misty. I can maybe try to split these up, do a fear on one, feign death, put my pet on the other one, wait for it to reset, stand back up. My pet might get killed in the process, but then I can fear kite him around and kill him and, do a split timer on it. Didn't work out. He resisted my fear immediately. They both went for me and not my pet. I managed to get a feign death off, again, at like 2 or 3%. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this camp.
I can't wait for Find Death.
It's a nice spell. Saved my butt many, many times.
Can't wait for that clicky fucking
Circlet of Shadow.
Yeah, that's gonna be a money maker right there.
Yeah, Kesor. No, not Kesor. That's the Mines of Droga.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Mines of Nurga, Temple of Droga.
Oh, okay. That one's actually going to have some really nice stuff at that camp. That one drops the melee bind necklace, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I definitely want that.
So good luck getting the camp is all I'm saying. That one's going to be perma-camp pretty much until that necklace is gone.
I'm not going to let people perma-camp it.
You're not going to let people perma-camp it?
Yeah, because you can't pass the camp between like the same amount of people for so long. You could just petition them.
Wait, you went? You can't petition to get people out of a camp.
Well, that's considered a legacy item, right?
No, it's just considered an item as far as I'm aware. It's like the Mana Stone. But I don't think they're going to have a list for it.
Item.
I guess maybe they will have a list for it. I never thought about that.
I bet they have a list for it.
Yeah. Like the same thing with the Mana Stone and the Dark Elf Mask. You have to be on a list, and you have to be X amount of yards away from the camp waiting. So you can't just have some people just like come in and take the camp over. That's the whole reason why they did the slash list thing, is to prevent that from happening, from it being permacamp.
Yeah, but now you can have people who just show up and go AFK, who aren't really like, AFK. They're sitting there watching a movie or something, but they're not actually helping kill the mob. But that whole AFK check thing is just, it's not for me.
I'd rather be AFK on a waiting list than never even get the chance to actually get a camp, because it's just friends cycling through each other.
Yeah, same.
It's the lesser of two evils for sure. If they could fix it where there was like a minimum time between the AFK checks, it'd be a little bit more reasonable, but I got back to back within maybe 30 seconds of each other AFK checks, and if you get two, and you haven't cleared the first one, you immediately get taken off the list as, that you're AFK. So I would hate to sit there for 12 hours, be number 1 on the list finally, and then find out that I had to get up to go get a drink or go to the bathroom or something like that, and gone 2 minutes, I get taken off the list.
Yeah, I guess they'll keep the list pretty clear though. We should have shorter lists because of that fact.
I guess, but you're you literally cannot leave your desk for any reason. That's you're tied to it. You're chained to that desk.
Yeah, that's rough. I don't know, maybe we'll find 5-person lists because people don't want to sit for an hour and they know that they can't make it to the AFK.
That's what people were doing over at J-Boots, and it was really making that camp kind of hard to keep if you aren't quite high enough. You can go to 25 and get on the list for J-Boots. Keeping it at 25 by yourself, I was able to do, but it was really hard to split and kind of annoying to take, because when she spawns, she does a harm touch on the first thing she sees, and it almost instantly kills my pet at 25.
Did you get the J-Boots?
No, I only stayed for about an hour, but then, I kind of joined at a time when I had other things I wanted to do.
I mean, that'll deter me from trying to even go on a list if I can't take a mob on by myself, because there might not be anybody to help you, regardless if they're on the list.
I think I'm going to head to Upper Guck.
There's no undead in that forest, right? It's not in yet. Between
No, I think they had that with Payneal.
Okay. Because if it gets dark, I don't want to get murdered.
Things are wrecking my face.
What are you doing to go top?
3-way? You guys are thinking about that Justin Timberlake song, aren't you?
You got me at 3-way.
Well, it's not gay then, right?
Not if it's a 3-way.
Oh yeah.
You guys had the Saturday Night Live song?
Lady Gaga?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one? That one was funny. Lonely Island.
What's up, Choops? How you doing, man?
Who's that? Wait, what is it?
Yeah, Chupa, man. Haven't seen him in a minute.
Chupa who?
No, he started a new job, so it's probably been taking up most of his time. Like, can you believe it? Noddle was one of the first level 50s on the server. It's crazy.
Oh, Nanel?
It's the fancy way of saying dirt.
I don't even hear Chuba. Where the hell's he at?
Not in Discord. He's hanging out in the channel.
What's that?
Maybe he's driving home.
Got some new job. I'm busy.
Yeah.
Busy all the time.
Oh, we
I
got.
thought Chupa was retiring.
He's retiring, but doesn't mean he's gonna like fully retire.
He's retiring from the military, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you get a nice little pension from them, and then you get a full-time or part-time job from the city.
Civilian side.
That's what my grandfather did. Retired from the military, worked for the city for a few, then retired from them. Got both.
Yep.
Then,
Double dip.
yeah,
Nice.
then he was a gambler too, so he never had any money, but he's rooted. I think you scared him away, Nonal. He hasn't said anything.
Who? What?
Chupa.
The lips.
Oh.
The halflings love me.
I mean, for the amount of plat that they drop, they are gonna hate me.
What drops that 3-way?
Fine still. Sometimes if people aren't taking AC, you can pull the AC camp. We did that for 7-8 hours that night that I got 3 levels, and we didn't see one AC spawn the entire time.
That sucks.
Yeah. They got the main officer from Teleport I just ran into.
Yeah, the funny thing is the port that I got the other night, the very first one, was from a wizard. It took me from Mistmore to North Karanas. Was not in Dialport.
I like how they brought back Dial.
Well, I've heard Dial is pretty much dead on Blue. You're lucky if you can find
Yep.
anybody who's porting, let alone somebody who's actually in Dial over there.
I got on and because my druid's in dial port still, and I got on and there was like no one's talking in guild chat. I'm like, anyone on? It's like complete silence.
So it is a guild of opportunity. Obviously, everybody who's in Dialport is only after the cash. They don't actually play their druids. Otherwise, you'd have at least a few of them still on Blue.
With that.
Ah, there we go.
Chuba!
Most of those druids that are on dial port are already geared out because they make so much money. They just buy it all.
Yeah, it's just, that they're completely empty over on Blue right now.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been up to, Choot?
Chilling.
Working a lot?
Yeah.
Not leveling your green mage up, huh?
Dude, yeah, I haven't played in I don't know how long. He's still at level 6.
You're still higher than some people. Got that first hell level. People can't get past it, level 3.
Yeah, that one was a doozy, actually.
Shariki started again the other day. I made a enchanter.
I do. I have an enchanter at level 4 now.
And he sent me a tell. He was like, dude, level 3.
F level 3 so hard, dude. Took me 4 hours of just like almost non-stop pulling while I worked yesterday.
You think they'd ever admit to it if they found out that something in the coding made level 3 a hell level? Because I don't think they would. I think they would just be like, nah, you guys are imagining it, and like quietly fix it, possibly.
What level is your Necro now?
You gotta be a little bit more specific. I think you're asking.
Yeah, everybody got Necros. AC.
I'm level 30.
Nano.
26.
Slacker.
Cuotas.
I'm only 20.
He's good. 20. That pet at 20 is a big difference, man.
It's probably the last pet you'll have for a while because you have to research all the other ones. Although we did get 24 finally, which is fantastic. 29 is a little harder to come by, and 34 is probably going to be impossible.
Well, are you guys charming at all or no?
You can only charm Undead, and I don't think that spell is something we have, right? Let me look.
Yeah, Dominate Undead.
Do have Dominate Undead. What was the one I was thinking of? Mez. I was thinking of Mez. Mez isn't in the game yet.
Oh, Screaming Terror.
Oh, they changed it. It says FEA, so maybe Fear?
What?
I'm looking at the list on the wiki, so I guess it's going to be added into the game, the Mesmerization, Screaming Terror, during the Fear.
When?
During Fear.
Oh, Fear. Oh, nice.
But then they have up here at the top the Leech spells added in during Payneal. So we're going to get like some of her spells at different times. Are they adding in Payneal and Fear at the same time or no?
I thought they were two different, but I could be wrong.
I don't know, but when Payneal comes out, that's where I'll be.
We'll be camped, man, by every person on the server. We won't find a guard to kill.
No, not many people know about the undead guards, dude.
No, everyone knows.
Everybody knows about that.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows everything about
I'm the
this
one
game.
who started that shit, dude.
No, that got popular a couple of years ago.
Shrieky, where are you at?
At this
Dude,
work.
I'm the one who told you about it, remember?
Sisters aren't camped.
Oh yeah,
Sisters.
nobody knows about the
In
sisters.
Lesser Fay?
They're not experienced.
Oh, never mind.
They're money, but they're not experienced at this point.
Somebody was saying the sisters in Lesser Fay had a chance of dropping something super rare. I can't remember what it was now. And it's only in game for a very short amount of time too, so it was a pretty nice item.
Headaches, maybe?
Headaches?
That's all I can think of. I don't know.
Do you got people walking up to you saying they want to camp one of the sisters because you're only one person?
I'm not over there. I just ran by and they're open, so I thought I'd tell you.
Because if you go to Ocean of Tears and do a OC or a shout asking for a camp check, you pretty much find that every single one of the sisters over there is camped by an individual person.
When I was just over there, there was only one person camping, the two sisters that spawned in the hut.
Man, he's gotten lucky.
All the other sisters were up on the island.
I went to that secret camp spot that Nodal told me about. There was a druid killing that one, which is good because it's even to me at level 30, and it wrecked my face as a caster. It's just, I don't know. Did you do it at level 30 on your Necromancer, or did you wait until you're a little higher?
I've never done it. Cypher told me about it.
Oh,
and that's the only reason I know.
I need to
Get
slap.
that Cypher.
I need to slap Cypher. He always goes after like the weird hard targets that you have to be like specialized in being able to do. I mean, I'm
I
not even.
came up by them my own, dude. Come on. Now.
I'm not even exaggerating, dude. That chick, when she cast it, took about 3 bubbles of my life away in one hit.
What chick?
It's a secret, special, uber duper one. If you were in game, maybe Donald could send you a tell, let you know. Oh, actually, I can just tell you in Discord.
Ooh, I got a
Yeah.
Guck group.
Oh, I sent you a message. But yeah, she's level 30 and she's tough.
She is an enchanter with no pet. I believe.
I don't know what she is, but she's definitely a caster.
Yeah, she's always putting runes and stuff on herself. Breaking her the first time is the hardest part. After that, as long as you get her before she starts buffing herself, she's easy.
No, I mean, I killed her the first time with no problem whatsoever. Fear landed, took the whole fight, and burned her down. I was like, oh, this is going to be a good spot. And then when she popped back up, I feared her, which landed, but it only lasted for like 10 seconds, and then she got that cast off, and I was like, oh, this is going to be bad.
Well, there's a bard over here.
Send your pet in first.
Yeah, if I did the feign death aggro type thing some people were saying about, I might be able to survive a little bit longer and get another fear to land. But if fear gets resisted even once, like, you lose aggro on the pet and she just goes right after you. Was able to kite a sand giant earlier today at level 30. Super red to me, but most of my spells landed until the very end when they needed to land the most, and I was low on mana. And then it started getting resisted.
So did you kill it?
I did. I did have a little bit of help come out. I was only 60 mana with no pet when I started the fight. It was roaming near the Oasis entrance and row, and I figured, you know, let me throw on a snare, see if it even lands. Probably not gonna, and I'll just zone it. And it actually took. And I was like, okay, well, let me try Fear. And Fear took, and my other dot took, and I'm like, oh, this is going pretty well. So if I had been prepared with a pet out, it would have been so much easier, but...
I got a pet. If you want to kite it, I'll pet my pet here. Kite.
Yeah,
Kill it.
that would... 2 necromancers doing it, I think would actually work. So we might be able to do the Wrath Mountain ones, unless they're a little higher. But it'd be good money. I think I got like 13 plat off of the one I killed.
He said 2 necromancers doing it.
Mm-hmm. All night.
Well, one of them, and then there's a dead body. Also, forgot about that.
Couple dead bodies.
They like dead bodies.
3-way or 4-way?
With cheese.
No
on
homo?
top.
All right, the way to the lower Guck Undead zone line and upper Guck is like past the 3-way or whatever.
If you're going to the living side, it's past the 3-way. If you're going to the undead side, it's not. Depending on which way you're coming from. I like to go through the Scryer camp. I know some of the other guys would go through... What's the name of that one? Past Squire and into... like the priest or the noble or something. I can't remember the name of that camp now, but...
Scribe?
Well, there's the scribe, but then if you go left, there's a mob that spawns over there that drops a quest item that nobody ever really wants, but people are actually camping it here for the experience. The summoner, the priest is probably the one I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, for the rod.
Man, I got a group over here in Runai.
Damn it, I got aggro on a Gaz Shaman. Hope I don't die. He blinded me. Oh no.
This will be interesting.
Do you have a invis?
I did not. That's why I'm.
Yeah, that would be a little difficult. I would, if you don't have an invis, I would have gone the Scryer route because there's more camps being taken right now in that direction.
Is that past the Rune Bone Fort camp, like the little planks?
No, that you're going towards the Squire camp in that area. which will head towards the priest. That is one direction that some people will take. When you come in, if you take a right and go through that little water crocodile swimming area.
Okay. Is there mobs everywhere?
There's mobs every way that you go, but there are people camping the spiders, and there's people camping the scryer right now. And there are people camping the zone line to the undead side in Guck. So there may be a few mobs in between, but you might be able to joust and watch their pathing and get by them.
Alright. I'm just gonna go this way. Alright, I passed that long, narrow thing. Do I stay left with all these corridors and shit?
The long, narrow thing of what?
Like after you drop down the ladder and you go down the long, narrow.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you can either go left, which will take you over to the priest room, or you can go right and we'll go over the long, narrow stone bridge of sorts, which will take you to a dead end that kind of peels off to the left and the right. If you go left, that will take you down to spiders, which will then take you to the lower Guck zone line.
Okay.
So it's kind of up to you which way you want to go.
Okay. I'll let you know if I die.
What are you trying to get to?
I'm just trying to get to my group.
Who's at the three-way?
No, they're at the lower Guck zone line.
Oh, okay, so you want to take a right and go across that stone bridge then.
I'm near the heart spiders. Is that where you are?
You're at the heart spiders that are on top of like an uneven step. Yeah. So go across that. Stay to the right as much as you can. You go across a plank, wooden plank, and then you want to go towards the right. Hug that right wall, and that will lead you to the lower Guck undead zone line.
Alright. Is it far? Because I see a mob. I'm going to run past it.
Not that far, but let your group know that you're going to be training them with a mob at least.
Oh, okay. It's right here. Okay, good.
Ooh. And welcome to Guck.
Thank you. I remember the way, like, very blindly. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a bug when you come in and you see mobs.
Oh yeah, if you want to get rid of those, if you ever see them at the entrance and you kind of just get tired of them being there, click on them, put them in your target window, and leave them there for about 15 seconds and they'll just depop. I don't know why, but it works.
Nice.
Just because science.
Right. I don't need to understand how gravity works, just as long as I keep falling from a 2-story building, right? Words of Khazak-Thul. I could never find words of haunting. Choop, you have any idea?
I have words of haunting.
On blue, I got plenty.
I think I did.
Wait, who said they have words of haunting?
Slap. I think I might have one.
On blue, he said.
Oh, well, if it's on blue.
I think that's what he said.
That was somebody else.
Kind of a weird tease you got going on.
That was me that said that.
I don't know. I didn't look it up to see where they drop.
A lot of them don't have any list on where they drop. They just kind of say off of certain level mobs anywhere.
I don't have them.
I might have my level 34 before I finally get my 29 pit.
Yeah, just skip it then, dude.
Well, no, because the level 34 pet requires haunting, yes, but it also requires 2 other spells, or 2 other words that I've never seen any drop yet. Dark Path and Suffering.
I don't remember.
Though I have to say, I feel sorry for the mages more than anything. Chupa, I don't know if you heard, but there are mages paying about 200 plat for some of their words.
Then that's not guaranteed to whatever.
No, it's not.
You just died by
Sounds
yourself,
fun.
though, bro.
Although Talon was saying that certain zones are actually dropping researchables a little bit more than they should be, so I would not be surprised if at some point you guys will see a reduction in that. I think the problem is not many people kill the mobs that drop the level 29 words. I'm sure that's true. I'm just kind of curious as to what those mobs would be, if that's only in like upper or lower Guck, or if you can get some of them in upper Guck. We were at Mistmore the other night and we were killing things all the way up to Castle Entrance. Actually, we didn't see anything like that drop, so I don't know. Could just be super rare.
You got a sign on Magog, dude?
I do, yeah. People were selling the crap out of those things.
About what?
I think they're going for about 110, 120 plat. I'll keep an eye out.
Hey, 100 more to go. All right.
Well, I was gonna say I'll keep an eye out for one. If I see it, I'll snag it for you.
Yeah. I owe you a ham sandwich.
Take a ham sandwich.
That actually sounds really good right now.
Right?
Ham and Swiss. Not ham and American. No.
Little bit of mayo on it.
Pepper jack.
Ooh, pepper jack would be good. A
Ooh.
little bit of spice.
Listen, you guys. Ooh.
I'm so encumbered, bro. Ugh.
Fine steel.
Just brass and stuff. All that junk. Because I miss more, so there's no fine steel. Unless it's deeper. I don't know. Is there fine steel deeper?
There was at the graveyard.
Be at the castle? Oh, at the graveyard? There's
Well,
fine
I mean, we were pulling everything, so. But that's because we had like a 32, 34 monk, so she was able to handle it. Darn it, I'm hungry now. You and everybody else in the Discord. Freaking mentioned ham sandwiches.
What level are knock shamans? Those are high, right?
What zone?
I forgot.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. Let's see. We were about 3.5 bubbles into level 30. Very slow going. But Donald, you got, what, 25 and 26 today?
Yeah.
Which is
almost 27.
Which is really good. If we can get you to 29, man, we'll absolutely be able to take on the Giants over in the mountains. You remember what the respawn on those guys were? Was it pretty quick, or did you have to wait a little while in between?
Who?
The Giants in Wrath Mountains?
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you said you did them on your Necromancer back in blue.
Yeah, I don't know. I never knew the timer though. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, man.
Nah, but I mean, did it feel like you had a little bit of a wait time in between the mobs, or when nobody was there, did you have more mobs that you really could kill?
No one's there. You have more than you can kill.
Oh, okay.
That probably is not going to happen on the server, I would imagine.
I mean, I went the other night, and at like 3 in the morning, right before I go to work, I checked it, and there wasn't anybody killing it. But then, of course, there wasn't anybody killing the Treants in South Piranhas, and that place has been permacamped by a couple Necromancers for the last few days. So it could have just been, random luck.
What, a dog's fart?
Did you say dogs fart?
No, one of my dogs farted. It smells like ass.
We just have this conversation about Nunnal's farts earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Dog farts are worse, though, dude. They are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how bad could they be? Are you talking about, like, throw out the...
Do you have a dog, dude?
I do not have a dog, no.
Oh, my gosh. It's not good.
So you talk about, like, tear gas, kind of?
Yeah. Oh, he had a beagle, like a half a beagle. It was like a mutt beagle thing. And it had some kind of a weird, I don't know, the vet called it some kind of an anal gland or something. And it would, like, I don't know, dude. It was terrible. It was the worst thing in my life at the time.
Dogs do have anal glands.
Wait,
It's not good.
So you were talking about, like, a medical condition, though, right? Like your dog had something special?
Yeah.
Like it ruptures or pops or something.
Yep.
Every, you know what I mean?
It
Every once in a
can,
while.
yeah. If it ruptures, it's not good.
It stinks.
Well, Grim,
Yeah.
if you were hungry before...
There you go. It smelled like a ham sandwich that was underneath your floorboard in your truck for like a month. Yeah, something like when you pick it up, it like disintegrates in your hand a little bit, and it's got green mold on it. That's kind
A
of what it
telltale
smells like.
sign is when they start scooting on the carpet or the ground or whatever. Something bad gonna happen.
You don't want to start petting them back there, and then all of a sudden, pop goes the weasel.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's gross, man.
It's not good.
Well, I'm officially not hungry anymore.
I'm actually hungrier now.
I don't know if that's worse or, better in some way.
Did druids have to be 29 to port?
Yep.
Yes.
Or wizards? And
Wizards actually have to be higher before they get their first one. I think 30 something.
34.
yeah, there's only one wizard on this whole 29.
What do you mean in Dialport?
There's only one druid on that's 29.
It's probably making some pretty good money. Like I said, I paid mine 25 flat because, I got all the way from Mistmore to North Piranhas. That's a really long freaking run.
Yeah, think about getting port out of Steam back over towards High Keep.
That saves you a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I would say I like the fact that people were taking the boats, but I always get really unlucky with that thing, and the boat has, just taken off when I get there. It would be so bad if I could catch it every once in a while, 2 or 3 minutes right before it gets... That's a quickening.
How you guys doing on bags?
Kind of bag.
I got full slots of bags, but they're nothing special.
I've been farming the Shralik packs. Now I'm on number 5.
Yeah, I don't know if I want a Charlotte. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I might go with just the handmade ones so I can have extra space. Because these words, they don't weigh a lot, but they take up a lot of space.
Yeah, I can dig that. I think I'm gonna have a lot of extra armor and weapons, so I like the idea of like the bag itself is low weight, it's only half a pound, and then the reduction is 25%, and they can hold the big stuff like weapons and armor.
Right.
I would take either though. I don't think I would really care, but these I know how to farm.
Well, somebody had the handmade backpacks going for about 9 plat the other day. I haven't really spent any time in the East Common tunnels to see if, that's the going price still, or if it's risen a little bit higher. For that price, I'd buy, 10 or 15 of them. Just be done with it.
Yeah, that's not bad. I didn't know they were that cheap.
Well, it's still like 3 times more than they're spending on it. They're, buying the high-quality pelts for 2 to 3 plat a piece, selling it for 9. So, you're tripling your money, basically.
So there's still room for it to go down, too.
I think if anything, it's going to go up. I think the reason those high-quality bear skins are as cheap as they are is because everybody's low level, and they're killing bears. As soon as people start making their way into dungeons more often and less in the outdoor zones, you're going to have fewer skins to go around.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Those sound good for my bank, though. Maybe better than on my inventory, because you get the extra 2 slots.
Right. Well, at least until Iceclad comes out, you can get those giant toolkits or whatever they are.
I don't know what that is.
When Iceclad comes out, you can go over to... what are they? I think they're halflings or gnomes or something. I don't know. It's over in one of the igloos. They have toolkits that are 10 slots. Really heavy, but you can buy them from a vendor. Put them in your bank.
Okay, I got you. Are they? Do you know if they're giant or not?
I believe they are giant.
That's like 2 years away, though.
Yeah.
Bank, just get some toolboxes.
Are the toolboxes 10 slots?
I think so.
Those are ones from...
No, they're 8.
Right?
Yeah, I still have 3 of them.
It's the deluxe toolbox. There you go.
No, mine are just called toolbox.
No, I'm saying the ones they added in Iceclad.
I gotcha. I would use the regular toolboxes that I have right now, but they weigh 3 stones each, which is a lot for, 6 bags or whatever. 8.
Use those in your bank.
Actually, what is 8 times 3 is 24, right?
Mm-hmm. What are you
So
trying
I've
to figure
got, 24 pounds I have right now in toolboxes. And if I switch to the Shraliks, I'll only have 4 pounds. So 20 pounds less would be nice.
out? Yeah, it would. Plus the extra weight reduction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pushing it. My strength is so low, I'm like right on the cusp without any loot on me of just being encumbered already.
Sound like a cleric.
It stinks because then as soon as you get encumbered, it's tough to tank,
Well, if you get too encumbered, you lose agility, and if you go down too far in your agility, you actually start taking hits harder than you normally would. So yeah, Definitely don't want to be too over encumbered. Not usually a concern for a warrior, since, you know, strength is one of their main stats that they go after, but for a ranger, I don't know, do you have a lot of agility?
For Wood Elf, yeah. For some of the other races, no.
What do you have on your guy right now?
It was 105, but I have a -8 agility sword on, so negative. I'm at 96.
Yeah, just don't let it drop below 75, I think is the threshold.
Yeah, this sword was one of the reasons why I wanted to try to up my or reduce my weight from just the bags, just because, like, you know, that 75 number.
Just keep in mind that agility is AC as well, so that -8 is costing you a little bit of AC.
It is. I think it's costing me 3 AC, so I'm not thrilled about it, but it's the only, like, good ratio of magic weapon I could get my hands on. I'd like to go get that sword that you told me about in Western Karana from the Cool Mess.
In Western Karanas. Oh, yeah. We killed that once at least. Probably could do it again pretty easily. Although you looked at the stats and you said it wasn't really that much better than a granite tomahawk. So
Yeah, but, you know, it's a class-specific weapon. Kind of would like to get.
yeah, granite tomahawks have definitely gone down a little bit. Price.
Well, it could dual wield one of each or something, too.
Are you guys holding a list over there, Nonal?
I left to go sell and stuff.
Oh, like
I went link, dude. When I came back, I told there was someone looking for group. So I was like, I'm gonna go sell anyway. So I want to go kill keep guards. That's why I was gonna look for a port. I want to go try that again.
Well, if the top floor or whatever is open and you want to do that one as a duo, let me know. I will come over and help you with it.
It'll be like 6 hours before I get there, though, probably.
You might be able to find a port. Like you said, at 29 Druids can port at 29.
I offered him 50 plat, and he said, I just found a group. I was like, can you pick me up first? He's like, nah, I just found a group.
Wow.
Okay, have a good day. It wasn't really important anyway, I don't think.
The crap is a Nokata Shaman.
We'll lower the crack spiders.
Crack spiders you can do at like 20-ish, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Not on 20 something.
You can duo them at probably 20. Something like that. Or even if you get there and they're too high, you can do the carrions and the animals until you level into the Craig spiders. It's a really good place.
Actually, I think you could.
Now.
If you're level 20, are you a necromancer?
Yep.
Level 20 necromancer, I'd go to North Karanas and do the bard at the Wizard Spires. really good experience at that level. She's level 22, so she should con yellow to you, but I started doing it at level 20. Make sure, if you can, possibly get a Spirit of Wolf. Kite her around if things get really nasty, but your Fear should land, your Snare should land, and you just dot her down. She has very few hit points.
I got punched in the head by a sand giant, so it's gonna take me a minute.
Right. But I mean, if you were heading to the Karanas anyways, and the crack spiders don't work out for you, I would try that. Or there is a level 20 mob. If you want something a little easier, there's a level 20 guard standing right next to the bridge in East Karanas as well that you could kill. And he's a 7-minute spawn, just like her. That's pretty much the last bard. There's actually a list of like 6-minute bard diet, and unfortunately all the other ones are not in the game. The level 29 to 34 list that they have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 of them on the list that are not in the game. I don't know when they get added in, but it's kind of a shame because killing bards was really, really nice and relaxing.
Yeah, I was doing the one in Freeport.
Freeport one is cool, although Shariki had some bad luck with that one. He actually said there was somebody who ran in on like a level 1 tune, clearly just made it for the purpose of what they were going to do with it, ran in with a guard in tow, died right on top of him. Thankfully he was able to feint it before the guard got there. Failed the first time, came back a second time, tried it again, died again. Shrieky was able to feint it off again without any trouble. And the guy finally gave up. Are you playing your mage, Chupa? So what's your bank look like, Nonal, with all the words? Are you like completely stacked out?
The problem with my bank right now is I'm saving everything. So sometimes when I go bank, if I have to make a tough decision to get rid of runes or chanter pages or ruined furs or whatever, then I just decide to get rid of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff I may not use. But yeah, I probably got 2 bags at least of words, maybe 3. And I probably got 2 bags of silk swatches.
It's 2 bags of silk swatches. Holy crap.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
One of them's a toolbox.
Yeah, I stopped saving the enchanter words and the runes. I don't have enough space for it. My bags are filled with nothing but pelts. I need to do my trade skills at some point, but I've just been so busy trying to level.
I had fun trade skilling, and really I've never done it in EQ. You were kind of the one that said, hey, why don't you put your money towards blacksmithing, and it was so worth it.
Yeah, early on, if you can get into any of the trade skills, definitely make your money back. I still have yet to see anybody doing jewel crafting to a high level. And I realized not only do you have to get your trade skills up, you do have to get your regular level up too, so that you can enchant the bars. So, but there's a level 40 something, 50 something enchanter. You guys were saying?
Level 50 enchanter on too.
Yeah. So if he goes back and starts working on his trade skills, he should be able to make the best gear in the game as far as the crafted stuff goes. You have an easy way of organizing your words, Nano? You just kind of drop it into your bank, or...
I just try to stack them the way I can. Sometimes I take the time to put them in alphabetical order, which is very annoying. But if I'm really bored or tired of looking through them, I'll put them in alphabetical order. Horrible to do. Just so you know, in case you want to try it, don't do it.
No, I would never try something like that. But I just meant like when somebody gives me a word, it doesn't automatically get stacked on the pages that I already have. So I'll pick it up and I'll throw it onto my guy on the little symbol of my deity, and it will automatically either find the words that I have, put it on the stack, or just put it in the next available spot.
I thought you meant how to find one in your bags.
No, I was trying to figure out like the fastest way you organize your thing, if there was some other way that I could do it.
I don't know of any super tricks or anything. No. But I had like on my Necro on P99, or I still do probably. I probably have. There are 8 bags in a bank. Is that right? Off the top of my head, because I'm not in a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably got at least 4 bags full of words, at least on her.
Well, I mean, you've been able to make a few spells for us, but as soon as we're done with all those, or as soon as you feel like people aren't leveling fast enough, and you have more words than you need, you can start selling those things. I imagine the 24 and 29 pet would sell extremely well. The haste spell would probably sell extremely well. So you'll start making some dividends back on all that space you're using.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, this bard's about to... Oh, is this druid helping? That's cool.
They get a hot mic archer.
I thought there was something in my background I was watching or something.
No, it's like Morse code or something.
Sorry, I'm trying to trade in fantasy football. I'm really selling.
Oh, you're good. I thought it was something I had open in the background because I was tabbing all over. Like, what do I have open?
At least it wasn't porn.
I mean, I guess at least. I don't know.
People probably would have accepted it a little bit more. Bought this little machine for when I'm outside. It's it's a Houston thing. You get a lot of mosquitoes out here, so anything to drive those away. So a little machine that makes noises that the mosquitoes find to be, I guess, like the enemy. Whoever preys on mosquitoes, like dragonflies or whatnot, they have like ultrasound noise that they make and things of that sort. So it does like these little ticking noises, like little bugs, and you just turn it on, leave it there. So annoying. Not sure which one I despise more, the bites from the mosquitoes or the noise this little machine makes.
I think in the end I'd rather have the noise because you can put headphones in. You know, you don't have to scratch them. Or...
Yeah, but you're outside. You're like hanging out with friends, hanging out with family. You're supposed to be talking to each other. Everybody's walking around with headphones. It's not going to work.
I don't know, man. That's a hard decision.
I know. So I'm saying, like, it seems like it's working too, which is like the worst part of the whole thing.
Can they make it like a dog whistle, like so people?
Well, you just blow it every so often. No, I think there is,
like high pitched, like higher pitched or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there is part of that spectrum that I'm not hearing. Otherwise, it'd probably be like a loud shrieking noise that goes on constantly. But there is a very audible noise of like clicking or ticking, or I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's like an insect noise that it's making. And I've tried everything else too. I've tried the plants that you can put down. I forgot what they're called. They're supposed to be like a natural deterrent for mosquitoes. They do nothing at all. I tried not to use anything synthetic. Trade deadline is over for fantasy. A little late, my friend.
It depends on the league. Ours is not over yet. I think we do week 12. It's week 9 just finished.
Let's see. We are now an even 4 bubbles into level 30. Let's look. What do we get at 34? So we get Beguile Undead. Charms target undead creature to act as the caster's minion for 11 to 20 minutes, breaks randomly. It seems kind of nice. Where would you go, Nano, at level 34 for Undead?
Where would I go for what? Sorry.
Well, at level 34, we get the spell Beguile Undead, which means we can charm the undead a little bit more efficiently. Where would you
We were
go?
talking about that earlier. There's not a lot of choices in charming undead right now.
That's what I was
we kind of decided that unrest, basement or something maybe.
Is everything in the basement undead, though?
No, you only need one item. You don't charm everything, you see.
Well, that's true, but I mean, what would you charm in the basement? I know there's like tentacle terrors down there, and they're not undead.
I thought you did the hag tower at your guys' level.
Well, some of us couldn't decide if the hags were really undead. I thought maybe they were. Others thought not.
Hags are undead.
Well, and you need a key to get into the hag tower, right?
Yeah, but at level 30, you should be able to get a key.
All I'll say is this kind of why I was waiting for Kunark to do my Necro, because it's just opened up a lot more places, but I'm sure there's more than just Befallen and Unrest. I don't know what you can do in lower Guck yet, but...
But in the end, we decided the Oasis Spectres, or the Spectres and Ferret would be really good, is what we kind of said.
Ooh, but yeah, do you want to use a charm pet for those, or do you just want to fear kite them around and get all the spawns?
You could charm one, I could charm one, we could kill all of them, and then we could charm one and kill them. Sleep.
True.
Usually don't charm. You don't really kill more than one with one charm pet. You let them kill each other, then you finish them each off with a life down. And then you charm another one and let those two kill each other.
Yeah, you use your pet until it's low, then you kill it.
Moore says hags are 100% undead.
We were about half and half of if we knew.
Yeah, I only knew because I knew a cleric that leveled there with Undead Root or Undead Nuke.
How many of them are there up there? The hag? Again, I've never killed the hags, so I'm not sure. Is that like a one spawn every 7 minutes, or so it's 2 every what?
Let me ask the guy, Dolphy. He knows.
Because that might be a nice solo camp, whereas the Spectres could possibly be a really good like duo camp around that point. Because I do know the Oasis Spectres, there are, obviously 4, 1 on each corner, and then I think there's 1 on the bottom of the tower, and like 2 or 3 at the top of the tower. So if you're a high enough level, you can kill them all on your own and get the experience and the loot. But if you're not, that's a lot for one person to handle.
Yeah, so I'm not so sure. Like the point I made is like obviously it's not Kunark, you know what I mean? It's still classic, but if this was Kesora, we wouldn't even be talking about it. We just if Kesora was out, we'd just be going to Kesora.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We wouldn't talk about it.
But since we have, limited options, that's why I was kind of thinking there's 34 Undead, not quite high enough for lower Guck. I guess you could I don't know, dude. 34 seems pretty low.
I mean, at 40, it'll be a really great thing to do the Undead and lower Guck, but not at 25 to 30. And honestly, Spectres probably aren't till 35 to 40 either. Anyway.
Well, as a duo, I think we could get away with it.
Yeah, I remember the guy doing hags in the tower, and then aren't there also hags in the basement?
I don't remember seeing any hags in the basement, but they might be off to the side in a corner somewhere. I do remember the tentacle terrors, and you got gargoyles, and
if you go in wolf form though as a druid, they won't attack you.
There's a icy bone skeleton or something down there. I know because there's the Lambent bracer. He drops the Lambent bracer.
I know the Dwarven work boots drop down there too. Off the dwarf ghost dude.
There's a quest that you can do down there later. I don't know if it's in game right now, but I think it's for a cloak. Sorry. There's 100% hags in the basement. So I'm just really unfamiliar with that zone then, other than fireplace and main room.
I guess Kithakor would be a cool spot if the undead were still spawning.
That might work, although the mobs in Kithakor are such a random level from like probably level 30 to like level 50. So could be dicey trying to find the right level mob for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely the most efficient thing to do. Like the undead nuke is so good, the root's so good, the fear, the charm, it's all so efficient. Even if it's a lower level mob, that's what I would want to be doing. But I don't know where.
Right, and of course there's none in Kithakor yet, but when they do finally add them in, could be cool. Well, they do drop some decent weapons when they finally add them into the game. I think there's like a +6 wisdom hammer that you can get for anybody who needs that. There was a couple intel staffs that we got last time we were in there.
I like Keosora, like Nana was saying, but I just realized on reads when I hit like 54, it was time to get all the spells from the over there, and Keosora killed my over there. That OT outpost faction really sucked.
Well, Keosora is going to be camped by necromancers from here to the end of time, just like it is on blue, because it has that fear clicky item that you can get down there.
Yeah, I actually did a different camp. It was a lower level one than that camp. I think they call it library, maybe.
Library's good. You can go ahead and get yourself the ground spawn while you're in there for the VP key.
In Tower Frozen Shadow and Velius, that was really fun.
Noddle did Tower Frozen Shadows for a while. You said the 4th floor was the hardest for you to break into, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 3rd is pretty good, really nice. But you can do the 1st floor with Undead there once Velius comes out for sure.
Yeah, but that's what, like 30?
Yeah. I started that at 28, and I think I finished there at 34.
I mean, if we had it right now, if it was out right now, I'd want to go.
I mean, if that was out right now, we'd have a lot more choices on where to go. We'd actually be able to group together for once, because it seems like lately we've all been just trying to find some spot for us to fit into. What's up, Cypher? Cypher's watching the stream, my friend. 4th is the hardest for sure to break, because I think you said there's a random chance that you'll get like no mobs, or you could have like all the mobs pathing right there at the entrance.
Yeah, it's bad. You can do it though. The worst one to key for is 2.
Yeah, but if you zone into it and then you die, like, isn't that pretty difficult? You get your body back.
For the Necro, though, you usually go up with Harm Shield before you even go up.
Yeah, but bad things happen.
Yeah, I mean, you try and feign death and hopefully get out. That floor, too, is pretty tough, too. Not that you can't invis past it, but even at high level, that floor always...
Well, the thing about floor 2 is you can zone in without getting attacked. The hard part on the 4th floor is that if you zone in, you don't have really time to put up a pet. You may have all the mobs right on top of you before you can even kind of get your bearings.
Yeah, and it could be mummies or bile, so you don't even know. Unless you have double invis up, you're not safe.
Right, this was Cypher saying 2 zombies plus 2 slimers, which see through invis, so IVU or invis that both suck. Be cool to camp it though. I'm looking forward to the challenge, but I think by the time that zone comes out, the only thing that's going to be of experience level or even that much of a challenge will be like floor 5, maybe 6.
I think the 6th floor greened out to me when I hit 52, 53.
If I remember correctly, when me and Cypher and Nonal and some of the other guys were doing the 6th floor to see if we could get the rare items to drop off of the named.
Like the cloak and
the robe and the staff.
Yeah.
That's 7th floor.
7th floor. Okay, maybe I'm thinking it wrong. But on the 7th floor, I was still getting experience all the way to like 56, 57 on my monk. So
yeah, on 7. I actually was there with you guys when Cypher got his robe. But that's the last floor you can get XP on, and I couldn't solo up there because there's like not really any undead.
Right, they're all imps, blue imps, red imps. A few invisible like Shadow Man type creatures. But they drop a really nice torch that is temporary. So if you have a pet, that'd be kind of I don't know, interesting thing to throw at them. It's not two-handed by any means, but it has some nice stats.
Yeah, wasn't it primary, secondary, and ranged? You could give 3 of them to the pet, if I remember.
I don't know. How does that work with the pet? The pet doesn't actually benefit from like strength and stamina, does he?
He takes negative MR, so maybe. I don't know.
Wait, the pet takes negative MR? I knew the enchanter pet did, but not...
Undead charm pets do. Is that what you're talking about?
No, like he's just your regular necro pet, right? Just doesn't...
Oh, I don't know.
No, they get stats. If you give them armor, they get plus AC. If you give them resist, they get it. If you give them strength, they get it.
So you can buff them, so you get your own pet.
Yeah, buff. You should be buffing your pet and giving it cloth armor all the time.
So you can give him a full set of bronze and he'll be stronger than he was before.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
I never even considered doing that.
You can give him haste items too to speed up his attack speed.
Well, I mean, if you got a mage around, but I'm not giving him an FBSS or anything.
My buddy who had a necro gave him all that kind of stuff.
With a charm pet, because you can get it back. I don't know if I would with a summon pet. That's crazy.
Intensified. I don't have that one yet. Donald's still trying to make it. Let me look. It does.
Whenever I meet you, we can make it. I think I got the other words in the bank, and I got the book and everything.
Nice. It does increase attack speed by 22 to 30%, strength by 26 to 33, and AC by 6 to 8. New buffs could increase things. I just didn't know if like giving armor to, necro pet or an enchanter pet actually worked.
I mean, I believe them because I don't know, but it work. I know it works for, like the charm pets. So I don't know why it wouldn't work with the summon pets.
Well,
what's the difference?
The charm pet is an actual like mob, whereas like a summon pet is, I don't know. Maybe it is the exact same thing. I just thought maybe it was different.
I don't really know. You have to ask Nibers if he's ever given his 600.
Why would he
to his animated pet?
There's no way he would. Well, maybe Nibers would have just to like try it out because it's like nothing to him. But
that can't be right though. Well, I guess if it depends on when it procced, because people would be giving level 1 chanter pets something that procs like that. What's that X from?
Venomous X.
The one that, Yeah, I mean, because they drop like candy on P99 Blue, so someone would summon a pet and give it to them at level 1. You know what I mean?
I've never seen it, but doesn't necessarily
Crazy
mean it
enough
doesn't
to do
happen.
that.
Yeah.
It's only 500. I mean, I don't want to say it's only 500 plat, but honestly, over there, 500 plat's not a lot.
I mean, if I was gonna do that, I'd do what Cypher tries to do, which is get those potions where you can summon a mage pet that's a certain level. You know which one I'm talking about?
The level 12 pet.
Yeah, just get that one, give him the venomous axe, and then level all the way up to level, whatever.
I think Cypher's done something similar to that. I don't know if you've given him a weapon or not that proc, but Cypher's given the 12 pet something.
Maybe the one from the hole, one with haste, the two-hander.
Oh, that axe that has procs haste?
Yeah, it's like an earthen something, whatever.
This has to be something that procs it at level 1 or whatever.
Get him a mithril two-handed sword.
That has haste on it?
Yeah, it's got haste, worn haste on it, and it hits pretty decently.
That's gonna be a big time weapon right now. Like if someone had that, it'd be OP-ness right now. Wait, I say OP-ness. Yes, that's what I said.
Warren's doesn't get added with Payneal, right? That comes later?
Nope. Warren's is a Velius. So.
Yeah, as soon as Warren's and Stonebrunt Mountains get added, you get a few more options when it comes to haste items, or get one more option.
Peniel will drop whenever the hole drops.
Which I think they said 6 months on that one.
Yeah, I think that's what they said. Yeah.
Which is also around about the exact same time that they're going to be taking out certain items in game. J-Boost will be taken out about that point. Believe Mana Stones will be taken out.
The mask too, I think.
Yeah, maybe the mask, but I think Rubicite stays in for a full year. Yeah, it's coming up fast.
Dude, not being able to duck spells is probably the worst thing I like about the different mechanics. Like the books, the pets,
it's bad.
Ducking, not being able to duck is horrible. I mean, I get it
all the time.
I get it, but I duck, I jump, I run around in circles, and it still keeps casting. You know what I mean? You're like, ugh.
It doesn't bother me too much. I just plan out what I want to cast before I cast it. And if the mob dies before it goes off, I just stay ducked so I don't waste the mana.
Just imagine being a cleric and you try to duck one heal to save someone else's life. You're just watching the bar as they die, and you can't do.
No, yeah, there's no duck in Sea Hill. Like you're just gonna have to let that thing go off, and the other person's gonna die. Which is why you plan it out. You kind of make the decision ahead of time who is the most important to survive. Good luck, enchanters. You're usually somewhere on the top of that list, but we never get to you in time. You die so quickly. Especially since the stun command won't be in the game for a little bit.
I died and lost my level.
That sucks. What level?
Now I'm 13.
Ouch.
Keo was telling me today he logged in. He's lost half of his level and still has yet to find a group.
Who?
Keo.
Oh my god, who's Keo?
Somebody's watched the streams, and I think he's come out and hung out with us a couple times.
I'd see, and that's what I hated about my rogue. I could never find a group.
Yeah, just remember the names of people who won't invite you, so that when you get into Seb and they all want you for
Body pooling or something, like my corpse died at the bottom.
or to get into that locked door, so they can go over to the I can't think of the name of the room now. The 6 rooms that you can kill. Has anybody seen people killing Haddon?
I haven't been over there in a while
Yeah, either had I.
though. Should be though.
He's kind of around the level that I'm at right now.
He's dead. I can guarantee you, he's dead.
Well, I mean, people are killing him, but is anybody like sitting there like camping him?
Well, he's killed, and then he respawns like 12 hours later, 24 hours later.
So somebody just has the timer on him and shows up every so often,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, he's an easy timer to follow.
If you sit there long enough and find out what it is.
I need to kill what's his name in South Carolina for a shield quest.
Who's that?
Ages of Life or whatever. The undead dude at the camp right when you go across the bridge. There's that camp right there.
Undead dude in South Coronas?
Yeah. Well, he can be live, or you have to kill both versions of him. He's around the ring of skeletons.
Right there at the zone line.
Paladin thing?
Yeah, the paladin quest.
Where the shaman head drops, dude. Where all them skeletons are at. Right?
Oh, you mean the ones for the monk epic?
Or not shaman, monk, yeah.
Yeah.
You need the exact same head as the monk epic one?
I'm just talking about the spot. He's talking about where it's at.
Well,
I just need to
I'm
kill the one guy.
just saying, if it's the same head, those were tradable, and I think we got flip 2 or 3 of the heads for the monk epic that he's just holding on to for anybody who needs them. So
I'll tell you what I need. Hold on. I'm in the middle of killing something. It is zones.
and Moore says he's a 6-hour spawn, by the way, for Haddon.
6? I could have swore he was way longer than that in Classic. I don't feel like 6 is the correct spawn timer for him in Classic.
Yeah, it says 6-hour respawn on P99. Despawns after 20 minutes if not killed. Was crossed out. Does not despawn after 20 minutes.
I need to kill Lord Grimrock. He's a 35 Shadow Knight.
You know what really feels bad? When you walk up the Freeport dock, or Butcherbrook Walk, and the boat's pulling away. That's what it feels.
I know. So now you have a long time. Like, what is it, an hour?
And it's like, I thought the boat was like 22 minutes.
I thought it was closer to half an hour.
Could be. It'd be a good time to time it right now, though.
So his name is Lord Grim what?
Grimrot?
Grimrot? R-O-T?
Yeah. R-O-T at the end, yeah. I need the site that he drops.
Level 35 Shadow Knight. Spawns right in the middle of the camp. I mean, we're getting closer to being able to do that.
I'm not even close, though, myself, so I'm not too worried about it. But
what else do you need besides that?
I need to kill the live version and the dead version of him.
Just in the same camp, both of them.
Yep. But he's a 3.5 hour spawn.
Does he stay up though? As far as like the live version or the dead version, does it like alternate between the day?
You kill him and then he can spawn live again, or he can spawn undead again.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, if it's daytime, is it the live version of him up, and then when it goes nighttime, he automatically spawns to the undead version if he's up?
No, I don't think so.
So he despawns and respawns every day and night cycle.
Probably. That's what I'm thinking. I've never done the quest. I was just looking at the quest for paladins, and that was one. The shield's pretty neat.
I mean, the undead version of him is only 29, so we could definitely do the undead version right now. Living side might be a little harder.
Mm-hmm. Probably because he has death touch. No.
AC.
Yeah, I just saw over there on Cypher. We are in Upper Guck right now at the 3-way, trying to get to level 31. Actually about 3/4 of a bubble away, so that's probably another 45, 50 minutes at least. So what up, Chupa?
I see that. Just ignoring it. I see nothing.
It's all the way over there in California. Did you see all the
I was
flames
gonna
when you
ask,
came
isn't
in?
he on a trip? Yeah.
That whole state's on like constantly on fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a interview that they were doing with one of those late night shows with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I had no idea that Chris Pratt was getting married to his daughter.
Is married.
Is married already? Okay, it might have been an older
I
episode.
believe so.
Then.
Yeah.
Wait,
He was on
Chris
Kimball,
Pratt,
right?
Chris Pratt's marrying his own daughter?
Not marrying
No,
his own
marrying
daughter.
Arnold's daughter, and she's hot.
Yeah, I haven't seen any pictures of her, but I was like, dude, come on. Like, you're going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger as your father-in-law? Like, that is...
Is that the kid he had with the maid? Or is that,
No.
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 No. That kid's still too young.
Anybody know if that kid took his last name?
I don't know.
Yeah, Curcio.
Sorry, my daughter's playing D&D next to me.
No, you cool.
That's what happens when I have an open mic. I'll try to mute it.
Nah, you're fine. It's giving you a hard time. He couldn't see it, but he could smell it when it came to the fires.
What part of Cali is he in?
I think he was saying he was in Eureka, which to me denotes the wacky, zany TV show of like super electronics.
That's a good show.
So he said he actually will be able to play EQ while he's there, which is fantastic. Get you in here.
So why is he slacking? Get online.
Well, he says it depends on the family. So if the family is visiting, then he's hanging out with them.
Apparently they're not right now because he's over here talking to us.
Still deciding what to play on green.
Shadow Knight.
Yeah, absolutely. There are not enough tanks in the world on green right now, and those that are playing tanks are very highly sought after. So if you're looking for groups, tank or even clerics. Clerics are also something you don't see very often. You see plenty of healers, lots of druids. I think shamans are probably second on the list of healers that are acceptable or available.
give them the disclaimer, though, how frustrating some of the melee are.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they can't hold aggro for crap.
Shadow Knight.
We need resurrection on the server. We need more clerics.
Need more high-level clerics.
Willing to travel 20 zones to give me a experience res at level 6.
For 600 plat, I'm sure they will.
No, for free, man. Goodness of your heart.
Come on, Chupa.
I mean, if it was me, I would do it, but I don't think very many of the other clerics out there are going to be willing to do it for free. They're going to be making so much money. It's been a minute since we haven't had clerics on like every single account that everybody's been playing to come over and res people when they die, and it's horrible. It sucks so bad to die and lose that much experience.
Bro, it's painful at level 6. I sit here, I'm fighting random stuff for 2 hours. I die once and it's all gone.
Yeah. 3 is worse, though. I hate 3.
But you don't lose experience when you die at 3, at least. So there's a silver lining there. What are you killing at level 6?
Stuff and things. Anything that's blue.
Bandit camp would be amazing for you.
It's a long run, homie, without invis.
It is a long run. But there's more and more people in the zones. Last time I went through High Keep, entire Orc camp was taken, entire Knoll camp was taken. You could possibly get a invis from one of them if you needed to, but you might be able to just walk through that zone without actually being molested by anything.
What if I want to be molested by everything?
Usually you gotta pay extra.
That's.
I'm willing to pay extra. I believe in capitalism.
Shariki's lonely in Colorado. All that snow.
I kept forgetting to bind in Freeport, and I've had to make 5 CRs total from Sol A to Grob.
Hey, not as bad as from was it Steam Font to East Commons?
Oof. Who was that? Shariki? I think Shariki was the one that kept dying during that run, right?
Oh, he died
I
like at
never-
Picture Block Mountains.
Oh yeah, I did.
We finally got you over to the Commons, and it was working a lot better for you, but I think we've all made trips like that. When I bound myself in front of Najina when I was working on the J-Boots, ran all the way over to the Kuranas. I can't remember which one it was now, and I died and had to run all the way back. It's so horrible.
You got J boots?
No, I tried. I put myself on the list. I was number 1. I held the camp down by myself for an hour, but I did not like the list system. The auto AFK tab that pops up can pop up randomly, and if you get the tab up and you don't do anything about it, it's fine until the next tab is supposed to pop up. And if that one pops up, it takes you off the list automatically, which really wouldn't be that bad if there was a average time in between, or a if there was at least 5 minutes where you could be absolutely
but
sure.
Apparently, it can be like seconds.
Yeah, I got 2 of them within 30 seconds of each other. So if you leave to go get a glass of water, you can come back and find yourself off the list.
They should at least give you whatever the mobs pop. Like if you clear the room and it takes 6 minutes to pop the mobs, they should at least give you 6 minutes.
Well, I mean, the J-Boots is 19 and some change. It's like 19 and 5 seconds or some weird crap, but...
Yeah, I've heard stories of people camping that for 12 hours and not getting the drop and having a wall, because they have to go to bed or go to work.
Yeah, dual 12 hours is what I heard from a lot of people who were doing it. Which, again, J-Boots...
I think the regular...
Go ahead.
Regular J-Boots would be better, I think, maybe. I don't know.
What? They're the exact same. It's the exact same item. You're just getting it from different mobs.
Hints on it, or something else on it, or
same thing.
They glow in the dark, or
Does it
anything.
suck your dick or cookie breakfast or
Yeah, anything like that. Which one's more important to you?
Except the only difference is you can buy the ring as an MQable. You can't really buy the MQable version of Najina. So if you want him now and you can't wait, otherwise earn yourself some plat and just buy him. I think, in my opinion.
All about clout, man.
Yeah, I would love to have him as a necromancer. There's plenty of places I could kite a whole lot better if I had some Spirit of Wolf at will.
I mean, it'd be nice to have for sure.
But I think if I had to pick between that camp and some of the other ones I'm about to get access to, the Mask, I think, is the first one I'm going to be going towards. And then if I feel like really committing suicide, I might go after the Mana Stone. But I'll have to get a giant sock and some buckets because I won't be able to leave my desk.
With the Dark Elf mask, you can't change your face on the Dark Elf, right? Or can you?
I think it just gives you the default one.
No, depending on what your face is, changes the face that you get when you become a dark elf.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of a nice little, detail I never noticed.
Yeah, no, I think I actually posted the, which faces line up for which faces, but you can't change your face on the Classic.
No, you can't change it.
On Mangler, you could. Isn't there something called Traveler Boots or something? It's like a cheapo version of J Boots.
It's not a cheapo version. You can buy them. I think they cost like 5K or something from the Soleil vendor. And they're not quite as fast either. Oh, no, they're actually the same speed. They're just not instant. They have a cast time on them.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of really negates the whole reason for having them, is that it's an instant click. On the third day, there was a barbarian complaining in Everfrost OC about how they ran to Fadar and died in Butcher Block to a wandering Gabu. Yeah, it's the goblin that drops the, is it orders or a head? But he walks along the path, and if you're not careful, he'll definitely own your butt. So that does suck. To get all the way there. He had to go on through like Lake Wrath, all the way into like the swamp. Got some skills on him. Ran from Kinos to Kaladin for the Bloodforged Hammer. Back when finding somebody to bind you was a rarity. Well, I mean, if it was day one, there was nobody. I don't remember seeing anybody who was high enough to bind until, what was like day 3, day 4? If you're talking about the J-Boots that you do the quest for down the road with the ring and the Shadowman rapier and the gold, that one is an instant clicky, just the same as the one from Najina. There's absolutely no difference between the two. I think I might go Halfling Cleric only because XP bonus, Hide Sneak, Testament of Veneer. Yeah, or try something you've never done before. Maybe play a wizard? Nothing? Alright. Alright, Cypher, take it easy, man. You guys have gotten so quiet.
Dabs.
Just trolling him a little bit on the wizard thing. But there has to be a tune out there that you're not familiar with, something that you haven't really played too much of. Because I know you have a high-level cleric. I'm trying to think something he hasn't done. Maybe warrior? I don't think he's ever done a high-level warrior before.
Who dat?
Cypher?
I'm pretty sure he hasn't.
It could be fun, especially now if you go with a big class, big race, and they get that Dark Elf mask, really help you out in the long run.
Ding 14 again, and got my last relic pack.
Congrats, man. Did you get it on the same mob that you died from?
Same mob I died from, yeah.
See, it's not such a rarity after all.
right, fellas, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna roll out.
All right, Juice. Get some rest, man. We'll see you next time. What level did you get to?
I haven't got a drop of experience
At all?
I've been collecting things like I've been doing some maintenance to getting bags and stuff, but trying to get over to Ocean of Tears to check something out real quick. But boat's taking forever, so I'm gonna roll out.
All right, man.
Have a good one, guys.
See you, Jude.
So I'm trying to sell that crystalline water staff that I got. It's just in an auction for it, and Petmaster hit me up wanting to know what the proc on it was. So after all the shenanigans that guy has pulled, he's still in game, by the way. What's up, Renard? How you doing, man? You all disappeared from Mangler? Well, I mean, the idea behind playing on the TLP was to do about a month for each one of the different expansions. Haven't really gone back after Kunark to level up and try out the Velius one or Luckland. Kind of got sidetracked with the launch of WoW Classic, and then Destiny 2 came out. Now we're over here on Green launch, which I think has been out for like a week and a half now, 2 weeks maybe. And if we're extremely lucky, I know I mentioned it and you guys kind of laugh, but if we're extremely lucky, we may get Pantheon at some point here in the future. Although there is an NDA with that one, and we're not allowed to stream it or even really talk about it once we get into it.
Dude, I just saw a thing that made me feel much better about the dude getting shot at the Louisiana Popeyes. Man fatally stabbed at Maryland Popeyes.
What makes you feel better about it?
Because it didn't just happen in Louisiana.
Oh, I thought maybe you were going to say that he did something else to kind of incite the shooting. If, you know, cutting's bad enough as it is, but for some people, like the rest of these guys, apparently it's not a good enough reason. When I read articles like that, I'm just reminded of like Black Friday. Old Teletubbies, if you guys remember those, or the Beanie Babies. People were like killing each other for those. It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. If you guys have seen it, Jingle All the Way. He's trying to get I think it's a Turbo Man doll or action figure for his son. Playing on Classic WoW myself right now. What level did you get it to? What race class combo did you go with? Really liked Classic WoW. Got pretty far in it. Never got to max level. Again, I'm kind of disappointed in that. We were kind of hoping to get to that point, going pretty hard to get to max level before basically our timer ran out, which we had to go over and play some other games. 60 NE Dagger Rogue. Tiger says, why use the term incite there? Do you think someone is ever on approach? Like, hey, mofo, I want you to pull that and shoot me right now over the pot pie over there on the counter. I mean, that would just be asking for it, but no, I think the incite may be due to the fact that he cut and lined, and therefore incited the situation. I'm not saying death is warranted. I'm just saying, like, he did incite a situation. Let's see, confirmed can't play P99 on my Windows 98 machine, a Voodoo 3000. There probably is a way you could do it, but you'd have to scour the internet to figure out how to get it to work. Because it came out in 1999, so technically it should work on a Windows 98, but this is a titanium version of Everquest, so maybe it has a few more graphical updates or something than would be possible for you to have on a Windows 98. Good lord, trying to find the drivers to get all that situated would be a nightmare.
Oh, there was just a werewolf's name bobbing up and down behind me. I almost died, I think.
What zone?
West Commons, but I just zoned over to EC.
This boat, though, bro.
Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute AFK, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Wait, I can't go in. Can I go in the other room? Can I go check on my cookies? Please?
No, Nonal.
God damn it, Drake.
Don't go anywhere.
I got
I'm about to go to the store real quick again.
I got caramel apple cookies to put in the oven. I'd like to go put them in the oven if I can get permission.
Ooh, that sounds good. Caramel apple cookies.
They're just a made thing that you bake and eat and stuff, but they sound good. Don't...
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Boat! Yay! I can go do my cookies. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
All right, I'm gonna hop off. Watch this Raiders game. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Peace, bro. Did Chupa log off? I know he said he's waiting on a boat to get the butcher block. It's on its way back to Freeport right now. I'm on it. If you're still on Chupa. It's probably not on. I don't think he's on.
Back. No. He camped out. He said he was going to wait for that boat.
Oh, okay. I heard him say something about he needed a boat or wait on a boat to butcher block. And it's on its way to Freeport now. Anybody watching? If you're still streaming, it's on its way to Freeport, right?
Seems like they went through a little bit of something while I was gone over here. Several mobs. I don't know if my pet was acting a fool or what.
Usually doesn't mess things up, or pet doesn't get involved unless they hit you first. You know what I mean? Like if you're sitting down and they came over and hit you.
Yeah, I mean, they have a tendency to pull right on top of the casters a lot. And I keep trying to reposition myself so I'm not where they're pulling, but it doesn't seem to matter. They kind of always come up and pop us in the face at least once. I know Thoom used to take great enjoyment out of doing that on purpose. But I am close to 31. I don't know why I'm looking forward to it so much. It's not like I'm getting anything new at 31, but you get at a hell level at least.
When can we do Cyclopses, dude?
What zone?
OT? There's no one doing them over here, so we just need to level into them.
Let me look. Might be able to do them now.
There's a name giant, Gomet. And then there's a yellow Buccaneer over here at the bandit camp, Buccaneer camp.
Cyclops, South Piranhas. No, that's not the right ones.
Sea Fury. Well, we want Sea Fury.
Let's see, OT. Tainted Sea Fury Cyclops?
Not tainted.
Ancient Cyclops. Sea Fury Cyclops?
Yeah, Sea Fury Cyclops.
Those are, 52. Really?
Okay, I thought they were lower. We're not doing them anytime soon, just so you know.
Oh, no, that's corrupted. Why did that get me to the corrupted one? I just wanted the... Tainted... Let me scroll down, because that definitely is not right. A Cyclops is 29 to 41.
Is it Sea Fury Cyclops or just a Cyclops?
Just A Cyclops.
I thought there's Sea Fury out here. Sea Fury. Fury.
So A Cyclops in Ocean of Tears, which is the placeholder for the Ancient Cyclops. That's the ones you're talking about, right?
Yeah. I thought it was called Sea Fury. Okay, anyway.
So
yes, that's it.
Might be higher, requiring 5 ice comets to take down, anywhere from 1,200 to 4,800 hit points.
What level did you say? I'm sorry. 35 to 40?
It's a pretty big variance, yeah, 29 to 41. Though,
Either we're ready or we need 10 more levels.
Well, I mean, if we were level 34, 35-ish, like, we might be able to take on the 40s. It would probably take all our mana. We'd have to kite it around, but I just took on a red in Road just a little while ago, and if I was full mana and had my pet up, I would have been able to do it solo with no problem whatsoever without having to, sit down and med during the fight. So I think they're low magic resist, and if we can get a snare and a fear off with the two of us kind of kiting it back and forth between each other, I think it would be doable. I mean, the worst that happens is we die, right? So we could always give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Stinky Girl? How you doing? Love the name. A little weird calling you that, but you're close to what, 27, Nonal?
Yes.
Almost 27 over in Mistmore, or actually I think you left and you went over to Highkeep. And I am just about to hit 31 on my Necromancer if I can get out of this hell level. When I say just about, probably another like 10 or 15 minutes, considering experience sucks in level 30. But we were just talking about Cyclopses over in Ocean of Tears and what level you're able to go to them. It seems like the variance is pretty large, 29 to 41. So there might be some there that we can do, while others would require a couple more levels. But they drop gems, if I remember correctly, right? Like all sorts of different types of gems.
Star rubies and shit. Crowns. All the things.
And that's good money. That's like 100 and something plat for some of those. I don't know. We could start with them, or we could start with the ones in the mountains, in Wrath Mountains. Which, let me look at the level range on those. They may be just the exact same. Giant skeleton, 24 to 27. A hill giant is 33 to 37. I don't know. What do you think? Nana?
Maybe rough, dude.
Which one?
The Sea Fury or the Cyclops?
Yeah, I mean, well, you've been there before. You've grouped there. How often do you actually get the higher level ones?
If you get them, it's a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? It can be.
There's a lot on the island, though, right? Especially if nobody's taking all the other ones. You have a good 15, maybe even 20 of them roaming around. Because you have basically two parts of the island with a, like, suspended bridge going between them.
Oh, one more stop on this damn boat, yo.
Don't forget to bind.
Yeah, I got it. We got it memmed.
All right, Tiger, take it easy, man. We'll see you next time. Looks like our necromancer is leaving and there's nobody up on the list. Oh, he's saying he has a list. Okay.
I don't have enough time to play. I'm just going to get set up for tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, get a few kills in there.
Maybe. I still got to run wherever I'm going to go. Probably high keep, probably.
I would ask, because it does seem like people were kind of generous when you first get off the boat. Just right before it docks, say, can anybody throw me a Spirit of Wolf for a long run?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Can I
donating.
bind for a Spirit of Wolf? Oh, wait, everybody can Spirit of Wolf and bind.
I mean, the bind actually takes a lot more mana than a Spirit of Wolf. So you probably run out a lot sooner, but... Yeah, I paid some guy 5 plat the other day just for a Spirit of Wolf. He seemed pretty happy with that price. I don't know what the going rate is.
Yeah, stop and get water and stuff, too.
That's a good point. Although every time I run into a druid, they are more than happy to donate their droppings. Oh, dude, I can't see any more yellow or any more white on my bar. Any kill now.
That's good. That's a good thing, dude.
Yeah. I don't want to outlevel you, but I would like to get to like 34, because then that opens up all those giants we were just talking about.
You guys always outlevel me. It's not a big deal.
That's not
I'm
true.
used to it.
You're staying up there pretty quickly, too. Like I said, when I get
remember
to...
I had a week off. If I didn't have that week off, I'd be like 16.
Well, if I didn't have that week off either, it wouldn't be the level I am. But then I would also have 2 working fingers, so... Or 2 additional working figures. Still not leveled. And you said your next day off is what?
Next week, I don't know, Tuesday or something.
So you're not gonna
Not
be
sure.
on at all during the weekend?
I'll be on. It's just I gotta work first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said we planned something for the Giants in either one of those places, or if those happen to be camped for whatever odd reason, Oasis or one of the rows has Giants that we can kill. Not nearly as quick, but does seem to be quite a few of them up right now.
Yeah.
Spectres possibly too, level 30 something. I think we could take those. And somebody was telling me at 35, Donald, you don't have to hit the little meditate button anymore.
Probably will out of habit though.
Right. Well, I mean, you could just sit down from then on. Don't even have to open up the spell book. There we go, level 31.
Man.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Let's see what the other Necro spells were. 29. No, 34.
There
Sorry.
is a yellow Freeport guard. When you go from East Freeport to West Freeport, there's a yellow one.
Just one?
Okay, so
So 34, get a new pet. Which is Invoke Shadows, level 25 to 29 pet. Be nice if I can get the researchable pieces for it. Get a new Fear, Invoke Fear. Single target Fear for 7 ticks. Greater Shielding. Get a Lynch, but can't really get those yet because I don't think they're added until Kundark or Valius era. So Call of Bones is out.
I had to run to go get my cookies. Sorry, bro.
Ah, no worries.
Yeah, they're red ones, but that's red to me, maybe not to you. You know what I mean?
What's the money like on the Freeport guards? Are they just as good as everybody else, or?
Should be 5 plaid, I would think. You know what I mean? Like either fine steel or those helmets or whatever.
All the Lich spells are out, right? In Kundark?
I think so? Question mark? I don't know.
Like Call of Bones? You haven't seen any necromancers running around looking like bones?
Mm-mm. Not yet. But I don't really hang out where 50 necromancers kill either, to be honest with you. I guess High Keep they could be there, but I haven't seen
Resist disease. We get a root at 34. Oof, that's
finally a real root.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. I mean, I don't know if it's a real root, but I mean it's root. It's not.
Root riding is badass.
Well, and it's for splitting too. The little technique you said to split mob, root it, feign death the other one off. Since it's already in its spawn point, it forgets about you immediately.
Well, this is green, and I've learned you don't trust anything on green. Just so you
Right.
no offense.
It's worth a shot to try it. Yes, I get 1 dot, a root, a pet, a new fear, and an undead charm. Well, I mean, am I gonna want the new fear? Is that one of those things where you just kind of use the old fear no matter what? Because it's
probably
gonna
has a longer. Depends on what you're killing, because it probably has more ticks or something like that.
How does that work with resist though? Like if you're taking on something even or yellow con, do you want the highest level spell? Is it gonna get resisted less often, or because like with the enchanter, they use a level 4 mez, like all the way up to 50 something, where it stops being useful.
Mm-hmm. Not sure how to answer that, sir. Not sure I know. I think it would have a longer duration, though.
It does. It has
if you're
7.
kiting something, you want it to like last longer. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You'd want that. Like treants, I think you'd want the longest fear. You know what I mean? Tesh Knolls or something that you can own them, maybe not. You know what I mean? Got me some water now to go look at these stupid ass words. When I say stupid ass words, I mean that in the best way possible.
Oh, I wish I was near you. I'd give you like 2.5 backpacks full of words right now.
Oh, I'm sure you will when you see me again. I'm sure.
There was one vendor over in Wrath Mountains, the Gypsy Camp. I checked when I was going through, and they had quite a few very, very early words if you wanted to make a whole bunch of like voice graphs. Which I don't think anybody's really going to buy those, right?
Probably not.
Banshee Aura, I think, were some of the other ones you could make.
Yeah, that's player made only, so people probably will buy that one in the future. You know what I mean? Or whenever they see it, they might buy it.
And what does it do? Surrounds your body in an aura of vengeful spirits, causing damage to anyone who strikes you.
The damage shield.
Oh, actually, that would have been nice.
I thought I gave you that. Did I not? Pretty sure I did. You should have that. The only one I think I need for you is the DA one, which you need. I need to get made for you. Because we get a Divine Aura as an Necro.
I don't have Banshee Aura.
Really?
I got Voicecraft.
I gave you that one too. Or I thought I gave you that one too.
Yeah, double checking, but no, I don't have that one. And then Identify. We had the words for the Identify spell, but I was thinking nobody's really going to be buying that one super early. It's kind of nice when you're working on the VP key and you have a whole bunch of items that look the same. You're not quite sure where you got them from because it's been so long. But other than that, not a whole lot of reason to have it. So if you put the wrong words in a research book, does it make something and just fail, or no?
I think you only fail like a combo that's supposed to, you know what I mean? It'll just say can't combine in this type.
Because there is a recipe for Lich, which is a level 49 spell.
Maybe the words don't drop. I don't know.
Words of...
If we find the words, we'll try it. There's no doubt about that.
Well, it's actually only one word.
For like in the 40s or whatever?
For 49, yeah, it's words of ethereal.
It drops in...
Like fear or
Seb.
Something? Oh,
Seb. So that's Kunart, yeah. Yeah, I made that one 100 times, and it sells really good on board. Like a Necro that needs it, you know what I mean?
Wow, the experience here is pretty good. I've already made a fifth of a bubble since the leveling. I guess this is the place to come when you're in a hell level. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap things up for tonight. It's going to be a short stream so we can get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday, obviously the beginning of our weekend. Hopefully we'll be able to stream quite a bit for that one. Maybe get up until the 34s, 35 range where we can actually start doing some of the camps that I've really been looking forward to. Split Paul opens up around 34, 35. Haven't really got to go in there too much. Just some really cool items to be able to have for the Necromancers, Giants, Sea Furies, all sorts of great camps for us to get to. Anything that you're looking forward to? Kazakh Duel maybe, Nano, or?
You know, not really. Just new pets and stuff are always good.
It seems to be like the one thing as a Necromancer you look forward to the most is just getting new pets. If we can actually get the research for them. That's been the biggest holdup so far.
Yeah.
Though your level...
I'm having a good time, man. I really am on Grid. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, so although you were able to get your level 24 pet before you were 24. So you didn't really have to do without it too much. 29 is coming up, however. And we have yet to find any Words of Haunting, so... kind of worried.
I had to make you do it. to make you do it.
You did. You did have to make me do it. I was kind of worried I would fail, and we got 2 in a row. So I kind of feel like maybe luck won't be on our side for the 29 one, but we'll see. Maybe it will be. Still have to find the words first.
Yeah.
But don't go anywhere just yet, guys. We are going to raid somebody's channel. Find out who's streaming here in a second. Let's see. There's a level 7 Bard. Rev Chumley. I don't think we've ever seen his stream, so we'll check it out. You guys know how this goes. Sometimes we get lucky, find somebody really good that we've never run into before. Sometimes find somebody jacking it in a corner. So yeah, that was kind of unpleasant that one time. And I'll join you in there in the stream, guys. If you guys have any questions that you didn't get to answer or ask earlier, let me know. Till then, guys, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.